Before we can go racing at Indianapolis, first we must qualify. And at this place, qualifying is never a formality. It is the next great test of the month at the Speedway. The road to Indy began last week on the Grand Prix course where Daniel Falkenham took the victory and brought momentum with him into Indy today. But momentum alone doesn't mean anything at Indianapolis. 60 drivers have entered with an attempt to qualify, but not all of them will make it. History reminds us, Penske missed the Indy 500 in 1995. Bobby Rahal, the defending kart champion, missed the Indy 500 in 1993. At Indianapolis, reputation does not lock you into the field. Only speed gets you here. Rick Mears, a 4-time 500 winner, 6-time pole sitter, and sat on the front row 11 times, has said qualifying at Indianapolis could be more stressful than the race itself. Scott Dixon, a 6-time IndyCar champion, second on the all-time IndyCar wins list, and second only to Mears in Indy 500 pole positions, has described the knife edge of this place, where the car can feel planted one moment and ready to step out on the next. If qualifying here can test people like Mears, or drivers like Mears and Dixon, two of the greatest ever to do it, imagine what it feels like tonight here in the sim. Most of these drivers are not full-time pros. They're hobbyists, competitors, dreamers, stepping into the same 4-lap stage that has humbled absolute legends. And tonight, that challenge has changed again. This is the first ERL Indy 500 with hybrid power, and the first with the added boost from the latest updates. Speeds are higher, but so is the workload. The car has changed. The target has moved. The hybrid system adds more resource to manage and one more way to get it right or horribly wrong. The one thing that has not changed is Indianapolis itself. 4 laps, 10 miles, no traffic, no excuses, just the drivers, the car, and the challenge of the Speedway. Winning the pole today does not guarantee victory. In the previous 15 runnings of this race, only 4 times you've won, the pole sitter has won the Indy 500. And lately, winning from deeper in the field has become part of the story, with 4 of the last 7 ERL Indy 500 winners starting from 14th or worse. The real world tells the same story. The last driver to win the Indy 500 from the pole position was Simon Pagenaud in 2019. Winning is hard in Indianapolis, in the virtual world and in the real one. But the pole still matters, and it carries prestige for the rest of the week, and it follows you for the rest of your Elite Racing League career. Whoever does it today joins a very short list of drivers who could say they were the fastest qualifier for the ERL Indy 500. The history is written behind us. The pressure is real in front of us. For 60 drivers chasing 33 spots, the future begins with 4 laps into Indianapolis. And with that said, it's Thursday, and you know what that means. It is IndyCar night on ERN. Hello again, everyone. I am Gary Gatto, and welcome to Round 11 of Elite Racing League's premier racing division, the P1 IndyCar Championship, as we come to you from the world's greatest racecourse, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, for the F5 Challenge qualification day at the Brickyard for the 16th running of the Lucas Oil School of Racing Indianapolis 500-mile race. Lewis, as always, Luis Gonzalez Nunez is joining me in the booth. He's a former Indy Fix Series driver, Lionheart Series racer, former ERL Freedom 100 winner. Lewis, Tyler Fode leads the championship with 326 points. Daniel Falkenham is just 14 back. Ethan Stanley is 34 behind them. With Indy quals today and the Indy 500 ahead, and the finale still to go at Worldwide Technology Raceway in two weeks, every lap now carries championship weight. And today, qualifying carries points of its own. The Fast 12, if you make the Fast 12, you're guaranteed championship bonus points. 12 for the pole, 11 for second, 10 for third, all the way down for 1 point for 12th. So for Fode, Falkenham, and Stanley, the pressure is not only to make the race, but it's to counter each other, reach the Fast 12, and bank every bonus point they can with only 2 full points races left in the season. My friend, welcome to the Brickyard.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we are here. So we are finally here. We started in January. We talked about so much about this day. And even the day is, next week is the day when everything is difficult. Everything is getting more hard. 200 laps, 500 miles in the track. But today, they need to qualify. And to be honest, so far for now, you're talking about the standing. Sure, 40 is a lock for the fastest 12 for so far for now. Daniel Fockingham is 14 now in the standings. Sorry, in the grid. It's not locking yet for the fastest 12, and Jasper is just bump Justin Vandermeer to the fastest 12. So I don't see Ethan Stanley in the first 30 people, because we don't count the other ones, and I assuming he wanna attempt to make the last attempt. Actually, he is. He already called. He wanna call for the another attempted to coming in, because like 1 hour ago, maybe half hour ago, minutes ago, sorry, he was in 20 in the top 15, around 15, 20. So he was outside to the points, and he need to. And you make the points. You make this dot about the first to 12. They make a points for the championship, and for sure, Ethan Stanley want to this at least 10 points to getting close to the Daniel Fockingham and also Tyler 40. It could be amazing for Daniel Fockingham being the fastest 12, take the pole position, and who knows, maybe Ethan Stanley just qualifying 12, and Daniel Fockingham beat the poleman and take 12 points and be just 2 points behind for the championship. So it's really dramatic, and still why? Because these three guys is really close for the championship with 2 to go.
We just watched Seb Alexander conclude his run. Now on the track, the man that I have named his own strategy after him at the Brickyard. It is Nick DeGroot, motorsports journalist, noted motorsports journalist. Nick DeGroot, I should say that. A man who has won here many times, narrowly won this race on his own outright a couple of seasons ago. Missed it by the narrowest of margins to Brendan Trano. Looking to get a little redemption, but looking to get into the field right now is Nick DeGroot, the man that I've named the DeGroot strategy. Pit with 30 laps to go here, and make that your final stop, and then pick up a whole bunch of positions when everyone else has a stop late. It's Nick DeGroot on the racetrack, and go ahead, Lewis.
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought you're finishing that, but actually, it's the second attempt to him today. Not good for him, actually, to be honest. He was the qualifying on 30th, then he went down because Mitchell got him, then Silver got him, Matthew Weeks in 32, and now he decided to coming back to attempt to his second attempt. Actually, so far for now, it's in the first lap, is put him in 4th, but it could be on the top 20 so far for now for the speed he did.
All right, we do have some timing and scoring up on the screen. Now, let me explain the session first of all. This is basically an elongated practice session, and we're making it fit into kind of a square hole, round peg, square hole situation. Where this is, we're actually recording times on another sheet somewhere that's not making it in. This will not make it into the overlay naturally. So we're kind of doing this as we've always done it before. It's very informal, but it's very quick and dirty and very ugly. So this is this is kind of the stat what we're pulling from the shared spreadsheet that everyone could see in the Elite Racing League, and this is the provisional field. And right now on the provisional pole is Hunter Ingrave. He went early, and his pole speed is about 5 miles per hour faster than we went. And that's a lap average, 4-lap average. 5 miles per hour faster than we went when we qualified here on the pole back in October. Hunter Ingrave on the provisional pole. Tyler Fode second. Alexis Newsom is third. Row 2, Brian Blauman. Chad Frankenfeld. Matty Wags on row 2. Row 3, our defending pole sitter, Chris Albrecht on the inside, Ryan Scholl in the middle, and our defending race winner, Hunter Smith. He is on the outside. That is row 3. Then we go back to row 4. It's Clindy, Jesper, and Justin Vandermarl. And that is right now your drivers involved in the Fast 12. Those that are on the outside of the Fast 12 looking in, but still with a guaranteed spot. Still with the guaranteed spot right now. If they go no faster or slower, no one beats them. Right now, Daniel Falkingham. And this is key, as you mentioned, because Falkingham is missing out on points by not making the top 12. Tyler Fode, meanwhile, his chief points rival, is sitting second. So at the very least, Tyler Fode, if he makes the Fast 12, is looking for one more bonus point to extend his points lead to 14 to 15 from you saw from the point graphic. So Daniel Falkingham, Richie Hearn with a good run, Logan Spath, former Rookie of the Year in the Elite Racing League. He is 15th provisionally. Then we got Seb Alexander, Craig Forsyth, former front row sitter here. Former winner, R.C. Anderson, is currently 18th. A.J. Hobson, of course, you can't have an Indy 500 without an A.J. in the lineup, and there you go. A.J. Hobson in the Yellow Submarine is 19th. Anna Klimek, the former Open Series champion, is in 20th. Victor Albrecht with a very good run in 21st. Trey Holmes, Colin Heil, and Pocock are in the next row, and we actually just have a little bit of a driver kind of changing that right now with their first lap going through. As on the track now is Jordan Decker. Yep, Jordan Decker.
Yes.
But that is his first lap at speed. But he is not locked in yet. Cale Pocock, Nige Camargo, Jared Rexing, Nick DeGroot, Indy Kirkenbauer, the Prodigy, and Ricky Paz are your top 30 right now. And actually, I think Jonathan Cutlip is actually on the bubble. Currently showed in 31st, but 30 when we'll see how Decker's run here will finish up. And then on the outside looking in is Mason Mitchum, Nick Silver, Daytona former Cup Series and Daytona 500 winner Matthew Weeks is in 34th. Primetime John Stellard in 35th. Micah Mixer 36th. Then we got Lytle Coker, Bryce Fode, which is Tyler's brother. He is back in 39th. Johnny Thomas, which I believe Johnny Thomas is a former winner. Am I correct on that? This kind of goes way back in the Elite Racing League history. Johnny is currently 40th. Nigel Stock, 41st. Pierce Hauser is 42nd. Luke Reed, 43rd. Mark Reblis, 44th. Matt Ruddock is 45th. Still not with times yet. And let me refresh my page just to make sure we are seeing that. Jim Herrick, Gavin Hibbs, Tristan Fortson, Ethan Stanley, Harrison Talon, Brandon Trost. Daniel Falkingham has withdrawn his time. He will requalify here later. Tate Lytle, Mark Reblis again, and Johnny Thomas. They have all pulled their times again, and they have moved it back in line. So that is provisionally how we set right now at the Brickyard with about now 15 minutes to go in the first round. So let me get timing and scoring off there because, yes, that is ugly, and I understand it is. And we will try to bring you up to speed as best we can with the tools that we have. But let's talk about the rules for tonight. The rules for tonight is basically round one, which started approximately at 4:30 Eastern time. And you went out according to your points, how you were in the point standing. So the higher you were, the better qualifying draw you got, the better conditions that you got, as Jim Herrick and the 4D Racewear car is out on the track. Right now, here are the track conditions, by the way. Let me get that off. We've showed you the weather a couple times. The track tip is coming down, Lewis. It is now underneath 100 degrees Fahrenheit for the first time since, I think, when qualifying started. So track temps are coming down, and normally we've seen, at least in the car in the past, when track tips come down and the speeds all of a sudden now come up.
Oh yeah, remember one of the bomb session. Sorry, we did a couple seasons ago. They went way faster than the fastest 12, even the Poleman that day. And then the fast 6, they went way more faster. They did in the regular session qualifying. So really it's a big surprise how the drop the temperature is gonna be in the bump session. Johnny Thomas, 2019 season A, he won the Indy 250.
But that is part of the lineage of this race, so he counts as a former winner. So everybody that gets at least one attempt to qualify for the first round. All the first round really locks in is positions it locks in two things. It locks in positions 1 through 12 and 13 through 30. 13 through 30 are locked in. They can't ever improve. That's where they're going to start a week from today. What's not locked in are positions 30 through 31. Now, you have 3 attempts to make the top 30. If you don't, well, then you exhaust all your attempts, and you will get one more attempt when we have the last row shootout, but only one more attempt at the last row shootout. That is round 2. Round 2 is the last row shootout. Everybody who doesn't qualify has an option to run one more time for the last row shootout, and that's for positions 31, 32, and 33 in the last row. That's it. They can never go any further in the lineup than position 31. They can have a faster speed than the pole sitter, which we almost saw one time. You're talking about that. We almost saw a faster faster speed in the last row than we did on the front row for a former 500. But the most they could ever start is 31st position. Then once we get the final 3 locked in, those that didn't make the field, they are fully bumped. They are eliminated. They can no longer come back. They're done. Their month of May, unfortunately, is over. Then we go to the Fast 12. The Fast 12 are the first 12 in the order that you see. They're locked in to the Fast 12. They're also locked into the starting lineup, but their starting position isn't quite locked in yet. So what they're going to do is it's basically knockout qualifying. The fastest 6 from that 12 go on to the next round, and that will determine the first 2 rows of our race next week, and ultimately the pole sitter for the 16th running of the Lucas Oil School of Racing Indianapolis 500-mile race. Does everybody get that? It's a lot more simple than it used to be in the USAC days, but man, when you start explaining it to people that, well, first of all, you got this, and then you got this, and then you got the last row, and then you got this, it starts to really get complicated. So if you have any questions, hit us up in chat. We'll try to explain it one more time. I'll even have to write on the screen if I have to. I don't even have my teleprompter up yet. I could do all that stuff for you. But right now, we are still about 11 minutes left to play before we get to the top of the hour at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. That will end. The virtual gun will go off, and that will end the first round of qualifying and lock in positions 1 through 30, locking them into the race. Locking positions 13 through 30 into their starting positions for the race. And then we'll go to a last row shootout. And, we've seen some big names make the last row shootout before. And I suspect that this year will be no different, because right now there are some big names that are still not securely in this field, Lewis. Go ahead, just off the top of your head, who do you see that's not locked in that's kind of a surprise to you right now?
Oh, I said Matthew Weeks is one of them. Indy Kockenbauer, now he dropping to 31. Nite Groot is really close to getting in the bump session too. Ricky Pass also too is in 32, really fast in the body race. What else? Shane Cocker also too. I'm gonna mention over there for him. Mason Mitchum also too is one of the names over there. But you know what? This is the big issue about if you want to attempt it again. Danny Fockingham is in the lineup. Maybe is in the lineup. Even Ethan Stanley is in the lineup to make a second attempt. So if he fail or he crash, he's gonna go out of the 30th lineup. So it is really, really important the decision he's gonna make it, especially when you fight it for the championship. For example, Tyler 40, he make the second place. He's there over there. He need to wait it for the fastest 12 session. So he's okay. But people like Danny Fockingham is in 13. Ethan Stanley, even I cannot see Ethan Stanley in the lineup over here. No, it's not. So he's gonna make the attempt soon to try to be in the 12, in the top 12. But if he fail or he crash, my God, it's gonna be he need to one more attempt to make it. If it's not, he may go for the. It's gonna be dramatic, for the dramatic bump session. Sorry.
Well, yes, for sure. R.C. Anderson's out of attempts for this first round. Jordan Decker is out of attempts for this first round. Jonathan Cutlip, he's in the last row shootout right now. But he's out of attempt. He cannot improve into the top 30. Matthew Weeks is out of attempts. Gavin Hibbs is out of attempts. in the first round. Nigel Stock, Pierce Hausler, Matt Ruddock, they are all out of attempts. So they are going to have to now sit on their current time and wait for these track temps to come down, and they're going to have to shoot it out one more time for 3 spots, positions 31, 32, and 33 on the last row, and hope to qualify and make this race and start this race a week from now in the last row. And I will tell you over and over again, now we had a driver a year ago in a caution-free race come from 28th on the grid and win the race, and that was Hamilton Akabueasy. And 28th is the furthest back that any driver in the real Indy 500 has ever won the race. That's only been 2 drivers that have won from 28th starting position, one of which was Ray Haroon in the very first Indy 500. The other one was Louis Meyer, and that's where the tradition of drinking milk came in, is when he won that race when he started 28th. But no one ever farther back from 28th has ever won the real Indy 500, or no one farther back than 28th has ever won the Elite Racing League Indy 500. Watching Trusted Fortson right now, part of the Votive Racing League and also part of Track Rocket Racing, excuse me, as he is on the racetrack, a oval expert with a win in the Votive Indy Oval Series at Michigan a couple seasons ago. Looking to make the field here in the Elite Racing League P1 IndyCar Series and their Indy 500 for the 2026 A season. Currently he's got 3 laps under his belt, and we will start getting you in speeds here momentarily. I don't even have my spreadsheet open for that right now. Tristan Fortson, his run is complete.
Fortson is on 14.
So 14th.
With 1 more attempt. Yes.
That might lock him into the field, though.
Yeah,
but it won't. Sure. But it won't get him into. It won't get him into the Fast 12. On the racetrack, though, is someone that we need to watch very closely. And I don't think they've made a timed lap yet. So I think they're coming to the green flag this time by Ethan Stanley. And we will pay attention to his times now and try to give you some speeds and time and speeds reports. Here are his inputs, and we don't expect to see him lifting very much. Well, green flag is out on his 10-mile, 4-lap run. Ethan Stanley, 3rd in points, trying to make a run at the championship. He's your pick for the championship this season, and he's making a late mid-season run here to get up into the top 3 and the challenge Falkingham and his teammate for the title. Finished on the podium here in the October race. Looking to improve upon that. Coming to the completion, I believe, of lap 1. 38.776. That's a 232.1. Your fastest lap, by the way, is still Hunter Ingrave during his run and on the provisional pole with a 233.2.
I remember one of the leagues I raced. I have the top 5, but I decided to make the now attempt, and yep, I was out of the race because I make the now attempt.
It is a gamble. It is an absolute gamble, especially when you have a fast time. You have to withdraw a 38.813. You have to withdraw that time. You can no longer stand on it. And, yeah, if you don't better it, it is a gamble. And one of the all-time classic qualifying sessions in 1995, Scott Brayton did exactly that. He withdrew his car and went out and requalified with no guarantees. And he got the pole, and unfortunately, he perished in a crash later that week in practice and did not start from the pole. But that's kind of what he's last known for, of that last gasp run to win the pole at Indianapolis by just gambling it all. A 38.821. Okay, so I'm off a lap. 38.82. Again, just trying to catch up here.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I know what are you doing.
Yeah, I don't. Did he complete his run?
Yeah, he completed run. He finished on 14 with the time lap 232.098. He doesn't have more attempts, so that's it. He's gonna be on 14. Unfortunately for the championship for him, it is not good. But at least it's gonna be on the
But
race.
doesn't that he does his teammate a favor? He doesn't he?
Sure.
I don't think he does his teammate a favor. I thought maybe he got ahead of Falkingham, but Falkingham is still 13th, so he's not able to at least apply a little bit of extra pressure to Falkingham. But Falkingham's going to try to go again.
Yes, coming next after Talon is coming Trost, Falkingham, and Tate Lightland. Lightland, I think is his name. I am right with that, but yeah. This is the next three to go next.
Harrison Talon out on the racetrack right now. I believe the first lap is a 38.784 with a 232 flat, I believe. We'll see what he comes in here for lap number 2. He's in a bit of a, I think that's an Ericsson throwback livery from a couple of 500s ago, but unfortunately, I don't know if I would race that livery. I don't think that livery made it past turn 2, lap 1.
Huh.
Or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong livery. That I think it's an Ericsson livery. 38.843 on lap 2. A 231.702. 2-lap average is a 231.878. And I'll try to give a lap report for Stanley so everyone kind of knows exactly where clearly he stands. Here's Talon again. I believe this is a white flag lap coming out now for Talon. 38.803. That's a 231.9. Okay, so a little bit faster that lap.
What is it, Stanley? Unfortunately, I don't have the. I only have the time he did on the track, but no the speed. So.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the master spreadsheet to be updated, and for some reason, oh wait a minute. Well, there's Ethan Stanley withdrawal. Ethan Stanley. I don't know where we are. This is a frustrating.
It is in 14. It is in 14.
Yeah, Harrison Talon is done.
Yeah.
Harrison Talon is done with a time of 38.846, 231.6. Show him with a 231.845 average. Not sure where that puts him in the lineup now. Again,
on
we don't.
On 26.
26. So he's in the top 30.
Yes. Oh no, Brandon Trost is the last attempt. So after Brandon Trost, no more attempt.
So Brandon Trost will be the last attempt before the gun goes off. And it doesn't look like that Daniel Falkingham is going to be able to improve his position anymore because Brandon Trost is going to be the last car for round 1. The man with 12, I believe he has now 1,200 iRacing wins to his credit. A lot of them in the IndyCar. In official races, we haven't seen him in a while. He in a thrilling finish in a season opener a couple was it last 2 seasons ago at Homestead? Photo finish that got featured on iRacing social media. $38.627 for lap 1 here for Trost. Coming to lap 2.
So, because Trost is in, Rexin is bumped to the bump position. Actually, it's out for the 30th lineup. But we have to wait until Brandon Trost make the attempt. For now, he is on first for now, just after the first lap. So it could be good. It's gonna be good for him. Maybe it's gonna be in
high
the
line
fast
in
12.
3, but he got it. He got it. Here we come, the white flag. Trost looking for another solid 38-second lap. 7.99. 231.9.
On third.
Where is he provisionally, you said?
On third.
Down third. So he's provisionally third. So right now he's on pace to make the top fast 12 and bump someone out of the 12 into the locked-in 30 to 30 portion of the field, 13th to 30 portion of the field. Coming to our checkered flag, Brandon Trost. .776 on that lap. A 232.1, 232, a 4-lap average of 232.393, if that's what I'm seeing correctly.
232.386, I think. Doesn't want to write it down over here, but he's on fourth, actually. I don't think he's bumped nobody for the 12th. I think he was already in the 12th, but he only improved a couple of positions.
No, Jesper Dahlgren is now in the 12th position. Justin Vandermar's 13th. Daniel Falkingham's 14th. Stanley's now 15th. So I think he did. Yeah, that was his first. He says it was out of attempts. I thought that was his first run. Again, we're just doing our best to try to report this.
Yeah, that's so many stuff over here. Actually, Brandon Trost, he did the first one.
So we are now, that is it. That is the gun for round one. Round one is done. So positions 13 through 30 are now locked into the field. And here are positions 13 through 30. I will read them off for you. That is Justin Vandermarl just misses the fast 12. Daniel Falkingham and Ethan Stanley right next to each other in the points, so they're going to start right next to each other next Thursday. Then we get Tristan Fortson, Richie Hearn, former Series Rookie of the Year Logan Spath, Seb Alexander. Remember how deep in the field Seb Alexander had to come from last season? Well, he doesn't have to come that far from deep in the field. He only has to come from 19th this time. Craig Forsyth will start 20th. R.C. Anderson, who started a real Indy 500 and has one to his credit in the real world. And also, don't forget, Richie Hearn finished third here in real life. R.C. Anderson is starting 21st. A.J. Hobson, 22nd. Anna Klimek, 23rd. Victor Aldrich locked in at 24th. Jordan Decker locked in at 25th. Trey Holmes, Harrison Talon, Colin Heil, Cale Pocock, and Nige Camargo. Nige Camargo gets in and a locked-in spot. And that is your top 30 right there. And they will start a week from today in those positions for the 16th running. So anything there you see in that group of people that other than Falkingham and Stanley not making the fast 12, missing out on the bonus points, I mean, this is actually getting pretty good for Fody to get some bonus points, a little cushion here.
Yeah, I'm really surprised about the Wagner is on 7th. I'm really surprised about Jordan Decker could be in the 30th. Colin Heil also too. Kel Pacock also too is really impressed to be over there. But I'm really more impressed so far for now about the 7th position of Mark Wagner now in the fastest 12. But I really, it's gonna be really interesting what is coming so far for now, coming next actually, with the bomb session with Rexin, Negrut, Gene Herrick is really important. If it's Gene Herrick coming to the line, it could be the qualifying of the day for sure. Then we have Kirkenbauer, Ricky Paz, Mitchum, Matthew Weeks, Gabby Hibbs. There's a lot of names in the we talked about in normal races how it's gonna be on the front, and then at some point win races or have a good result in normal races like a Michigan or maybe Fontana or something like that. But today it's getting hard for all these people. and it's going to be really, really important, and also excited to see how it's going to be in this session now.
Matt Ruddick is going to be the first out to make a stab at the last row in the last row shootout. Remember, everyone gets at least one attempt. And this will get him up the speed. And green flag, I think this time by here for Matt.
I'm looking for the spreadsheet for the bump day, for the bump sessions.
Okay, okay. Now I see Ethan Stanley's times. So let me. So Stanley had a. Okay, I missed the first lap. A 38.697. A 38.776 on lap 2. 38.813 on lap 3, and a 38.821 on lap 3 on lap 4. So okay.
You may need this. I can send it to you.
Yeah, let's go ahead and send it. First lap here for Ruddick, I believe, is a 38.855, which is a 231.6. Okay. An 855, yeah, an 855, yeah. We got the scoring sheet down now. All right, here we go. Lap 2 in the book for Ruddick. 38.953. I believe this is Matt's, unless he's, oh, there he is, Matthew Ruddick. He goes under the name here in the Elite Racing League. This is not his first IndyCar start, or not his first Elite Racing League start. White flag out. He's had 2 previous starts here in the series, in the league. I'm not sure if those were IndyCar starts or not. And on the white flag lap here, 38.944. This will put him provisionally 31st. So he's on his white flag lap now. Coming to the checkered flag. And this is going to do it for him for the month at the Speedway. Either he makes it or breaks it here. This is the same for everybody on these runs. 38.967. A 230.9. So the thing I'm noticing about all these speeds is if I turned Chris Albrecht's lap speeds of a season ago, I would not be making this Indy 500 at all. He started on the pole. I would not. That's how much the boost increase we've gotten, and the cars are faster now. If I turn Chris Albrecht's pole time from a season ago, I would not be starting the race at all.
That's crazy, man. It is a really, oh my God, that's crazy. And also how is the evolution of the car is coming now, especially at night racing, is getting really more fast and also more dangerous when it comes to the corner. Also, the degradation of the tire is very crazy. Thinking about it, long time ago, we have a problems in the after lap 2, when it's really loose in turn 2 and turn 4 and turn 3 and 4. Now thinking about it, how it's gonna be loose and the car now with this setup. I remember test this setup long year ago, and it's really loose. It's really nervous in the track. And to be honest, really impressed how the timing the Hunter and Gray did. Be on the pole so far. Well, it's not the pole, but it's a provisional
pole, yeah.
And in there, and make it with this really difficult setup. Make it here in ERL.
First lap for Mark Reblis. He used to sponsor this race, Reblis Photography 8500. He's out there turning laps. He's a noted motorsports photojournalist, and also does other sports as well. He is first lap is in the book 2:31.7. Second lap in the books now 2:31. No, that's not right. 38. If I could type here. 8:41. That's a 2:31.714. So not much fall off in lap 2 for Mark. Mark would be starting, if he qualifies, his 70th race in the Elite Racing League history. There's no wins, 2 top 5s, 7 top 10s. Long-time competitor. Riding over his shoulder now as we barrel into turn 1 with the shadow starting to creep across the turn 1 tarmac. 38.913. That's a 2:31.2. At a pretty good clip right now, a 2:31.5 average. But the best he can do is 31st starting position. He cannot go any higher than that. So if he 4-lap average of this run for him is faster than somebody that's locked into the top 30, the best he can do now is only the last row, the first spot in the last row.
Yeah, the problem is they are the first ones, and when you're the first one, it's like a really scary moment to how it's gonna be over here. And to be honest, the last 5 people, they're really regulars in series. So
this is Luke Reed. He's with Scours Racing. That's a team that's been around the community for a while. Luke recently had a pretty good start added to his very short and brief IndyCar resume here in the community in the Vote of Indy Oval Series. Didn't follow it up with a great finish, but showing progress. You always got to start with good qualifying pace, and then you work on the race pace. And now he's starting to show qualifying pace, and it could be a bit of a dark horse in the purple car here in this qualifying session. We'll watch him as he also goes down into turn 1 through the shadows. Shadows are very distracting here. A 38.851 with a 2:31.6, so not as fast as the opening lap for Reblis. Reblis right now has the fastest of the two drivers that have qualified for this last round shootout, or last row shootout. But Luke is putting in some time. And again, we always say it all the time, iron sharpens iron. The more you put in these cars, the more you get out of it. And Luke is putting in the time for sure. And not quite down on that white line through turns 1 and 2. Watch again in 2 here. Not quite down to that white line. Kind of the Castro Neves line through the turns, a little bit higher. Castro Neves was never a big fan of going right down to the white line. And there's several drivers that will take 2 wheels and they'll put them right below that white line, as he kind of does there in 3. This time by completing lap 2 of the run. Or lap 3 of the run. This will be a white flag, actually. 38.861 this time. Wow. He likes the ones in the thousands position. 2:31.5. So I'm noticing, though, Lewis, I don't know if it's necessarily the weather conditions now or maybe this new tire model, but the fall off between lap 1 and lap 3 is not as great as it used to be. There's more consistency over the first 3 laps. And the final run is in, or final lap is in to complete the run. 8.78. A 2:31.4, 4-lap average of 2:31.629. And that actually, his run over the final portions of that lap were faster than what Reblis did. So that puts Reed, I believe, now, if we get back to that, Reed 2:31.6. Yeah, so that puts him the fastest so far. Now we got Nigel Stock going out as Pierce Hausler was next up. We've been seeing Nigel Stock more in community leagues, Velocity Online Racing IndyCar Championship. Also,
I really took it myself all this. My God.
It must have been the best ever. But let's go back and let's talk about the question I asked you. The fall off doesn't seem to be great with these with this new tire model now. It seems to be more consistency over at least 3 laps, certainly over 4.
What I said, come back to what I said. For example, Matt Rodex did 38.855, and then the second lap and third lap was really 10 more faster. So I think it's like a correct. Same for the happened to Luke Reed. The fastest lap was for his lap in the third and the fourth. It's really crazy how is the evolution of all this stuff, to be honest. And talking about Pierce Hassel, he didn't answer the call, so he's out of the race, out of the qualifying, unfortunately.
And that's unfortunate.
You remember, long time ago, the first lap is the faster,
yes.
And the second one is the really consistent to the second one, be equal. And then the third and the fourth is always going down the hill. But here it's like going slow, and then you're going fast, and then your timing is really fast. Anyways, it's 98 in the Fahrenheit on the track, so it's going low and low for the fastest 12, actually.
Yeah, 98 degrees on the track temp, so it is now back under 100 degrees. Getting lap 2 report in for you for Nigel Stock. 38.893, a 2-lap average. Now, that second lap kind of fell off the table for him a little bit. Lap 1, 232.2. Lap 2, through 231.4. A 2-lap average of 231.8. Now in lap 3, coming to white flag this time by... through the north end of the racetrack, Nigel Stock looking to make. He is one of the regulars here in the Elite Racing League, so he definitely want to make this field. Does not want to get bumped. Valuable points at hand here. Still even to make and finish the Indy 500. 38.916. 231.2 on that third lap. 3-lap average of 231.630. White flag is out. And so we are now, if you're just joining us, everybody, I want to thank you for popping in, and we're doing our best to keep the confusion to a minimum. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. But we are in last row shootout qualifying. The top 30 have been locked in, and the top 12 have been locked into the top 12 at least. They will shoot it out a little bit later in elimination qualifying, basically. Then we will go to the Fast 6. Here is Johnny Thomas, former winner here. Kind of in the mold of a Castro Neves or a Hunter Ray. Or back in the day when you saw kind of Rutherford do it, or Gordon Johncock do it, or I think Buddy Lazier even did it. Just showing up as a former winner of an Indy 500 and just showing up to Indy later in their career, just trying to make the field. And that's what he's trying to do. He'll forever go down as part of the lineage of winners of this race. But it was a different time and a different style back then. But a win is a win, and Johnny Thomas is a former winner. And now he just wants to make the field, and we've seen so many former winners in Indy 500 history this happened to, where they're just trying to make the field. Al Unser Jr., it happened to him, Go ahead.
Yeah, to be honest, it doesn't matter the way he won or how short it was. For example, I won one of the Borev. For the Velocity Online Racing Indianapolis something, and I still over there. Even it was a 250, I think so.
You are a former winner of the Velocity Online Racing Indy 500, and they got 15 of them under their belt too. So
Yeah,
you are a former winner.
I really impressed. I said, oh, well, whatever. It is 100 laps, but it is what it is. And also, it's not really it's the timing, like you mentioned that. The timing, that time in 2019 to now with 2026, with all of these new models and these new buttons and all these new adjustments we have inside the car, it is really completely different. And so far for now, he is inside in the first. We said first. I want to say 31st, and bump Mark Rubilas to the race.
Coming to the white flag this time by for Johnny Thomas, looking to make the field, former winner. And much like the 96 Indy 500, I always like to say that everyone says that the 96 500 was watered down, and maybe it was watered down, but somebody still had to win that race. And back when we had a lot of leagues back in 2018, 2019, 2020 during the pandemic, believe it or not, I mean, we're running a full-length league and a full-length race here. That was not the norm. Now more and more you see a lot more leagues doing full-length races, or at least a full-length 500, because there's more strategy to unfold over a full-length race than a short race. And here he comes to the checkered flag where, it's a bit more of a sprint. And people have more patience now to sit down at 38.866 on the third lap and do a 500-mile race. And you could still get it done in about 2 or 3 hours. It's not like you're sitting there for an entire afternoon. So, but it was kind of the norm back in the day to see a lot of leagues back then doing half-distant races, as Johnny is going to do a little yard work on the backstretch. But he now clocks in at a 2:32 flat for his 4-lap average.
6,200 of a second between Luke Reed and Thomas. So that's really good time to people when we go to the last guys for the last 5. It's Andy, Jim, Nigrut, Jerry, even Mason Mitchell and Matthew Weeks isn't there. Gabby Gibbs also too. Wow.
So currently watching Bryce Fody. This is the brother of our points leader, Tyler Fody, as he clocks in his first lap at the 38.806, 231.9. I believe he's attempting to make his first ever Elite Racing League race. He's in the plain white wrapper. I told Tyler we could get him a sponsor. P1 will be glad to throw a decal on there for him.
Oh, can I say something?
Go ahead.
He already made the debut in the Indy Light series, so yeah.
So this is his IndyCar debut, but he's been in the Indy Light series. Sure. Okay. But my understanding is he is one of the development drivers for Lake Norman Motorsports, and he participates in some other Elite Racing League series. So he's making his IndyCar attempt here at the greatest virtual spectacle in racing here in the Elite Racing League, the 16th running of the Lucas Oil School of Racing Indy 500. Trying to make the field, join his brother, and join the other Lake Norman Racing teammates, Lake Norman Motorsports teammates.
It is funny because in the lineup you see Tyler 40, Brice 40, and then you see Frank 40 on the same lineup. It's like the 3 guys in one race.
Well, that would be a father confused. And 2 sons, and that has happened. That has happened in Indy 500 history. Mario Andretti, Jeff Andretti, and Michael Andretti. That has happened before in real IndyCar racing history back in the 90s. Of course, Al Unser Sr., Al Unser Jr. Then we had Bobby Unser, but he didn't race with his son Robbie, but Robbie did participate. Actually had a pretty good Indy 500 in the late 90s. Led some laps. Bryce Fody clocks in the third lap here. Let's see where he slots it in. 874, 231.699. And so that's not as fast as Thomas, and that might be not fast enough, actually.
Yeah, Nair Stock is out of the race.
We'll see here. We got the last row. We have the last row shootout happening here. I'm going to refresh.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so provisionally, provisionally, the last row is Johnny Thomas, Bryce Fody, and Luke Reed. That is your 3 positions that are, and so it makes Luke Reed on the bubble. Nigel Stock has been bumped out. And so on the racetrack right now attempting to qualify is Shane Coker. And this guy has a fixed Indy 500 win in his split to his credit. A lot of experience, knows what he's doing, and I suspect with the more favorable conditions that the admin of the Votive Indy Oval Series can throw down and put down a big lap here. And lap 1 in the books for him at a 38.710, a 232.4. So as fast as lap goes, that is a faster first lap than Johnny Thomas. Coker with the second lap, a 38.795, a 231.9, 2-lap average 232.4. So he's still faster than Thomas, still faster than Fody, still faster than Reed. So he's right now looking to slot himself into the top 3 of the last row shootout as he misses turn 3 badly. Does not get down to the white line at all. This time he gets to the white line. And, you know, we say that you missed a turn badly. I mean, it is not easy to hit every single turn, every single lap of your run here. It is extremely hard.
Oh yeah. For example, now you see it went too low to the apron, and almost clipped the grass over there and losing a little bit. Look at that. The car is really loose and the exit. And like you said, is the car is loose. You try to put the same in the same position the car in the last lap ago, and no, it is difficult. It is really difficult, especially when you're going to the last lap now. But it's fast. That is crazy. It is fast in the laps. In lap 3, it was faster, and even faster. Well, not that, but faster than the 2 first laps.
Yeah, so lap 4 clocks in at a 231.6, which is actually faster than his lap 3. And he's at a 231.8. So he does not beat Thomas. Thomas is still in that 30th position, but he is ahead of Fody, and he has bumped Luke Reed out. So right now Shane Coker is provisionally in the field at the moment.
And Bruce it's Bryce Fody.
Bryce.
Yeah, that's the word. Bryce Fody on the bubble.
Here's another one of the Lake Norman drivers, Tate Lytle. 38.715. Now, Tate, not a lot of starts in IndyCar, but Tate has a lot of starts in other series here in the Elite Racing League. He has combined 467 career starts and 62 wins in other Elite Racing leagues, not just the IndyCars. So a lot of talent here, but just not a lot of experience with the IndyCar. Can he put together 4 laps to get himself into the field and take a shot at maybe getting an Indy 500 win here in about a week? Lap 2 checks in at a 38.773, 232.1. For lap 1, a good first lap. Not as fast as Coker's first lap. Coker still has the first lap, best first lap here of the session, of this particular session, 232.4. He's coming to the white flag this time by Tate Lytle. Been hearing a lot from now with the added hybrid in the car, 818 by the way, on this third lap, that it's just a lot to handle for a driver that just doesn't drive this car on a regular basis. I always say driving this car on a regular basis, iron sharpens iron. And if you're not driving it regularly, I mean, it is a lot of button mashing. It is basically like flying a mini jet fighter. And someone that does well in flight simulators would probably do pretty well in an IndyCar sim here, because there's just a lot of going on in the cockpit to get through these corners with the weight jacker, to deploy the hybrid, the regen the hybrid. And a lot of the guys that do career stock cars kind of here in iRacing just are not big fans of all the work. And they'll just say the IndyCar is too hard. And Tate's putting in the work. In fact, his third lap doesn't really fall off compared to the fourth lap. His fourth lap, doesn't fall off really the third lap. That's what I'm trying to say. At 38.818, a 31.819 for lap 4. At 231.851, 231.848, at 232.071. And Tate uses that experience to go to the top now, and he is your fastest driver in this last row shootout, Lewis.
Yeah, for 0.70 miles. I don't know how much is that, but he is for almost 1,100 of a second in the 31 place, to be honest. The timing is getting more faster than the before, and 94 degrees on the track. To be honest, is something have to scary so far for now. All these guys started so in the qualifying now, because the people on the end, like when it's coming to Rexing, DeGroot, Jerry, Henrik, Kuchenberg, again, I mentioned this because at the time when they coming in over there, the time is gonna be way more faster than now.
Micah Mixer, one of the series regulars, actually has a podium this season. We talked to him. I believe he had the podium at Silverstone. Right now, he's in a weird position where he's going to bump out his team boss if he qualifies fast enough. Right now, Shane Coker on the bubble, and Micah Mixer currently on pace to not only bump Coker out, but go to the top of the order right now. After 2 laps, he is slotting himself into the 31st position. First lap at the 38.714. 714. 38.797 on lap 2. And a 38.842 on lap 3. And that has him with a 3-lap average of a 232.052. And that would still put him in the top 3 here for the last row shootout. But it would not make him the fastest anymore. We'll see. Here he comes for the checkered flag, and unfortunately he's going to more than likely bump out his team boss. So I'm thinking his team boss is probably willing to accept that. A 38.837, 231.974, and that will get him the third. That will actually put Micah on the bubble. So he went to being the fastest to now putting himself on the bubble. But the thing is, he's in the lineup. So now now who could, knock him off? And well, it might be another one of the Votive Racing team, Votive Racing team teammates, and primetime John Stellard, who's out there. Now you're laughing. You're laughing because it's true. Because we still have more Votive drivers to go. Indy's one, and Mitchum's one of them. So we might see, them all bump each other out, kind of like how Rahal Letterman had to do it a couple years ago at the real Indy 500. But John Stellard has the 13th fastest lap of qualifying, so he has pace. But unfortunately, it fell off for him, and he withdrew and tried to do a better attempt, and it just didn't pan out for him. And now he's in the last row shootout, Lewis.
Yeah, that kind of. My laughing is what kind of Team Scandia is this? Another Team Scandia in this
Team
league.
Scandia.
To be honest, that's so many people, but it's okay. Actually, really good to have multiple drivers in the lineup. It's really impressed how getting so much, but yeah, it's gonna be a fight. like a quiet fight about the I want to be on the lineup, but also it's a team over there, so that's kind of awkward position in the team. But unfortunately for John Stellar, is not in the top 3 actually for the race. He's in 35 actually so far for now.
Yeah, he's currently a 2-lap average of 2:31.8. John is still pretty new to the community, but he came in as an independent, had some pretty good, strong showings on our Indy Fixed Oval Series broadcast that we have over on P1 on Tuesday nights for the official series. And got some eyes looking at him, and the Votive Racing team there have picked him up to be on their team. 38.894 for John. And really at this point, I don't think he's going to make the top 3 here in the last row shootout, but you just need to complete your run because, again, anything can happen between now and race day for these drivers, and there still might need be alternates. We did see an alternate, for instance, make the PRI Hoosier 500. So it is, it happens. People's schedules change, emergencies happen, things happen. And primetime John Stellard done with his attempt. Clocks in at a 9.25 and a 2:31.5. Not enough to be in the top 3, but still very good experience, very valuable experience right here, Lewis, to at least be making these attempts, because these are the pressure for this race, to make this race outside of the PRI Hoosier 500. There really is no other races that have as much pressure to make a lineup as this particular Indy 500, the spring Indy 500. The fall Indy 500 that they have in the Elite Racing League doesn't necessarily have the same prestige, and it doesn't necessarily seem to have the same number of drivers and everything that make it, but it's really the pressure is this one and the PRI Hoosier 500 one, and it's very valuable experience to be picking up this level of experience this early into your career.
Oh yeah, actually, it is really a good experience to understand the pressure you have just in the bump day. The organization about you can qualify at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. or whatever you want, and then you have this pressure about that, and this make you take this experience to the future leagues. Even what if at some point maybe the body can make this attempt also too. I don't want to make ideas also, but what if you want to be in the Hoosier 500, and it's also it's a big experience over here to learn how it's running with so many cars. It's over the 60 people just for 33 spot. In the Hoosier, they have
over 100. Yeah,
and just for 33, and really the lineup, it was with the big, huge name that day.
Yeah, someone in chat says Votive looks like Team Scandia. Yes, Team Scandia for sure. Votive Racing Team and the Team Watson Racing Team are kind of my versions of the virtual racing community's Team Scandia. They like to field a big squad, but that experience does carry over. I mean, in the past, how many drivers from Votive Racing made the PRI Hoosier 500? Casey Povolonis did. Ricky Paz did. So, I mean, they had some cars make the PRI Hoosier 500, which is open setup, and that says something that they still were able to field 2 cars in that particular race. And from top to bottom of that particular Indy 500, I don't even know what the strength of field was for that race. I'd have to go back and look. It was a very high 4K for sure. Wow. But you don't see that very often in league races. 38.795 for Gavin Hibbs. And we didn't really get a chance to talk about Gavin, one of the Little Eagle drivers. Former winner here in the series and very good on ovals. And in fact, very nearly won again at New Hampshire. He has one career win at New Hampshire. Very nearly ran down Daniel Falkingham at New Hampshire and got the win there. He now qualifies in and clops in his final attempt here. And let me refresh my page here. And he is currently at the top of the top last row shootout standings with a a 232.215 by considerable distance over his teammate Tate Lytle. Tate Lytle. Tate Lytle is a 232 flat. He's 0.2 of a mile per hour faster than Lytle. So Gavin Hibbs put down a burner of a lap. And if we look up and down the lineup, a 232.2, and we have Weeks out there, 232.2 would have put him it would have put him into the Fast 12.
Yeah, it's true, actually. I just realized that stuff. 2,400 of a second between Hibbs and Weeks. Maybe it can be a nose or something like that. But, man, the time we will see now is going to be lower and lower and lower. We used to have it, and that's the problem when you make a qualifying fast than the other guys, and they have a really, really big opportunity to the last 5 or 6 people to start to hit each other with elbows out.
Matthew Weeks. Of course, a lot of you know Matthew as a former Cup Series champion here in the Elite Racing League. Winner of a couple seasons ago of the US 500 in the Elite Racing League's P1 IndyCar Championship. The P1 US 500 was a winner there. So he has one IndyCar victory under his belt and a 500-miler at that. And he'd love to get another crown jewel win here in Indianapolis.
Hey, he already won in Michigan. The US 500, actually.
Yep, the US 500.
We did, yeah. And thinking about to win one more. It doesn't matter if you win in the same season. That is a big, huge dot in your resume. But winner in some point in your career is really impressive. And to be honest, I won this and also this also too. Give the word for Matthew Weeks. So far is take the checkered flag now.
Checkered flag is out for Matthew Weeks. 36 career wins and 570 starts in the Elite Racing League. Not just IndyCars, that's combined, everything. And he completes his run. Let's give you a time and speed report for the former winner at Michigan, 8:22. 2:32.257, and that actually takes him to now the top of the last row shootout.
Yeah, Johnny Thomas, the former winner, is bumped.
And it's not the first time a former winner has been bumped from the Indy 500. Go back to, again, Al Unser Jr. was the defending champion. He got bumped. Former winners been bumped before. Gordon Johncock. Johnny Rutherford, 3-time winner, got bumped. Never seen the 4-time winners ever get bumped, though. For sure, Rick Mears never got bumped. I don't think AJ ever got bumped. Helio's never been bumped. And Al Unser Sr., I think it's been close, but he's never been bumped either. So the 4-time winners are pretty safe from that stat. But there's been a number of 1- and 2-time winners and 3-time winners that have been bumped from the lineup that just didn't make the race for whatever reason. Watching Nick Silver. He used up all of his runs in in round 1. So that might not be a bad idea, Lewis, to use up all your runs in round 1, because you get all the nervousness out, right? You get 3 runs, so 12 laps. And, I mean, those are basically, if you don't make the field, those are 12 more practice laps than anyone else is getting. So not a bad idea just to exhaust all of your runs.
Yeah, actually, it's the feeling of the car is different when you're racing with the setup for the race, but also it's a really good prepare what is happening on May. Actually, the May on the IndyCar fixed 30 is also too gonna be coming soon in May, but Yeah, that's just really true. I didn't think about that stuff about you have a more practice to the other ones. Also, you have a 4 attempted to run in over here, and Nick Silver is on third now actually.
Yep, a final lap is and actually every single one of his laps exceed the 232 bracket. In fact, the last one barely does. 232.001 for his third lap. I
can note this.
232 flat, 232 flat, 232 1, and a 232 flat. A very consistent run for Nate for Silver there. And he comes in at a 232.078. And, yeah, you're right. He is now in the field for the time being.
Oh. And also the big note over here, because we're talking about the weather condition on the track, but even that, he is 30 hundred of a second over the Matthew Weeks. So it's kind of slow. I didn't expect that time because the temperature we have on the track. So we can think about it. Maybe the inside adjustment he have is the way different what they used to have Matthew Weeks or Gabby Gibbs also too. Well, Mason Mitchell is going really fast now on the second lap.
The fastest opening lap so far is a 232.8 by Weeks during his run. Mitchum's first lap at 232.7. Lap 2 is checked in at a 6.67. 232.7, still faster. So he goes faster on lap 2. Still, this is a good run for him, folks. Don't go anywhere. This is a former winner in the vote of Indy Oval Series at this race. He got a Stewart Awarded win at this racetrack in the vote of Indy Oval Series.
Oh,
but a win's a win. But he did get a win on his own right in the VOR, the Velocity Online Racing IndyCar Championship at Kansas. And he started from the back of the pack to win that race. So don't go anywhere, and attention on the race course. We have ourselves a good run for the last row shootout, 232.096. So consistency in the first 2 laps. He's kept those tires under him, but lap 3 is going to pay. Here comes the Piper. They're paying him a little bit. There's another one of the votive racing team drivers down the main straight and going for the checkered flag. He should make the field here, at least make the provisional 3. Clocking in 8:13.
It is way inside for the
231.8. Yeah, 232.3. And that takes him way up to the top. He's now 31st, excuse me. He is provisionally 31st. So, and we'll get back to the action here on the track. Your last row now, as we still have drivers still to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 more drivers. And then we will get to the Fast 12. Mitchum, Weeks, Hibbs. Mitchum, Weeks, Hibbs are on the last row right now. Now out there is Jonathan Cutlip. And this is a guy, not a lot of IndyCar starts also, but a ton here in the series.
To be honest, it's good to have people in the other series coming here to make the attempt to the Indy 500, and it's pretty good actually. Really nice from him to stop by and said, "Oh, I can try. Let's see what is happening with me so far. For now, it's 38.692."
232.6. 232.6 for that first lap. I just wish and the same thing I do with when you see the Dreyer and Reinbold always show up for the Indianapolis 500. It's like, can't you just do the rest of the season? I mean, we could use the car count, but not everyone has the time. Lap 2 checks in here for Jonathan Cutlip, 7.55. I'll get you some Jonathan Cutlip stats here. It's a good-looking car. I do like it. He is, I believe he's also a guy that does a lot of the artwork for a lot of these teams. 255 career starts here in the Elite Racing League. 16 wins. 38.811. 231.8. White flag out for Cutlip. Showing, I believe he is showing on pace to get up in the top 3. This might bump Hibbs out.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe no. It's gonna keep it Hibbs back again. I think it's gonna keep it back Hibbs back again. But I think this is this next qualifying with Ricky Pass is make interesting on there.
38.867, 231.559, a 38.867 on the last lap. 231.559, a 4-lap average of 232 flat, and it's a 232.071. And I do not think that actually comes in just a little short because Nick Silver had a 232.078. So that keeps Johnny Silver in, and I don't think Cutlip made it in. Again, I'm waiting for the.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the. I'm waiting for the last row shootout sorted times to update for me, and they're not. So again, we're just kind of going off best guess now. All right. But here's one I like to say, attention on the race course. This is a driver that we want to watch because we know this is a driver with pace, because this is a driver on his own merit was among the starting 33 of the PRI Hoosier 500. If you could get into the PRI Hoosier 500, you are among the fastest, period, in the community.
The way he's driving and the second, well, we'll see in the third and the fourth lap, but so far for now, I don't see any wiggle on the track, on the car, even moving in between the corners. But he's going low to the apron and taking so much space over there to go. And so pretty good actually, going good.
Riding with him as he goes in through turn 3. Out to the wall. This is the north end of the racetrack. Now he's going through turn 4. Now heading south. Coming to the white flag this time by for his run as you see more shadows creeping across the front stretch. 38.789.
Oh.
So all of his laps, 232.678, a 232.468, a 232.025. Those 3-lap average of 232.3 for another one of the Votive Racing Team drivers. Again, a qualifier for the PRI Hoosier 500. That was an open setup race. This is a fixed setup race. Everybody's on the same setup with the exception of the tools you use. And when I say your tools, the weight jacker, the roll bar, and the hybrid to make your run different than somebody else's. He just completed his run, a 38.806, a 232.273.
Don't know, friend. Don't know, my friend. It's in the second place on the bump, and it's coming in now for the first attempt. Oh, Gabby Gibbs is out of the race, actually. Bump.
Yeah, Gavin Hibbs is out, and my spreadsheet is not updating, so I do not know.
It's not working? It's working pretty good.
Time sorted. There we go. Okay. The URL is not working, but if I go directly to the spreadsheet, it works.
Oh.
So let's bring in the guy that's named after the track. Indy Kirkenbauer, the prodigy, also for Votive Racing, and he is he is a youngster out there, but he's got his dad helping him. His dad is also a pretty accomplished dirt racer himself. He does have the fastest, fifth fastest lap of the entire qualifying session, but unfortunately just fell off the cliff for him. So he is trying to now work his way into the field and come up through the field the hard way. A lot of brass experience here. Winner of the Indy Next Oval Series Championship, the official series from a season ago, Indy Kirkenbauer, the prodigy, as I have nicknamed him.
It's fast, man.
Lap 1, 2:32.9 on lap 1. 2:32.9. Lap 2, 2:32.5. That first lap might be enough just to power him into the field. I'm not sure how many cars are left, but that's a mighty first lap.
It left 3 more people as Jim Herrick, Nick DeGroat, and Jared Rexing.
38.786 on lap 3, 2:32 flat. So he's now grasping onto the 2:32 4-lap average bracket. He needs to put in a good lap here. He's got a 2:32.5 3-lap average. Jim Herrick is next. And the 4D car, he has 2 of his drivers already in the lineup. Indy Kirkenbauer completes the run, 38.841 with a 4-lap average of 271. A 38.841, a 231.714. That's what I'm trying to say. With a 4-lap average of 232.326. And that is enough for second fastest of the 3. So right now, Votive Indy, or not the Votive Indy Oval, that's the series that sponsors them, but the Votive Racing team has positions 31, 32, and 33. I don't think there's ever been a team that swept in real IndyCar history the back row. Although people have argued that Penske should have been on the back row. But that's not the case, and we're not talking about that. Well, this is Jim Herrick, and this is a guy that owns 4D Racewear, sponsors the Pole Award, has just so much goodwill towards the community. Sponsors our coverage over on P1 of the iRacing IndyCar series, sorry, I say that wrong again all the time. It's the IIS. It's the IndyCar iRacing series that models the NTT IndyCar series schedule. He sponsors that. His 4D Racewear business sponsors the Pole Award here in the league. Gave rings to the winner of the PRI Hoosier 500 if you won the pole. You got recognition. Jim Herrick trying to make this field and join his teammates and drivers that drive for him. Craig Forsyth, who started on the front row here before, and real-world driver Richie Hearn, which I found out that Richie Hearn is one of the few drivers that still races on a regular basis that's actually older than me. And I just had a birthday, so I'm catching up to him a little bit, but he's actually older than me. I thought I was, for a while, I thought I was older than Richie. No, Richie's got 3 years on me, so.
Oh.
Jim, I think Jim's about my age. But he's out here he throws it up with the big boys all the time. He's got a win in the Lionheart series and the Retro series, I believe. So he's accomplished with his wins. Currently, he has a 3-lap average of 232.234. Needs this last lap to really check in strong for him. Off the corner.
35. On the 5th place, actually, you can say that.
.847, and I don't think that's going to be enough for Jimmy, but at least he has 2 cars in the lineup, at least.
So this next person it's gonna be really important for Ricky Pass if he stay or stay out of the race. So basically, Mason Mitchell is made the race because we have 2 people to go now.
Nick DeGroot, one of my favorite guys in the community. This guy chased me down in a Lionheart race at New Hampshire, and it was like having Darth Vader behind me in the trench. And I was one of the poor X-Wing pilots. And I held him off for 40 laps at New Hampshire, and every single lap was a hard racing lap. And man, when I saw him, when I saw it was restarting and I saw it was behind me, I said, all I could hear was, into the wall! Nick DeGroot, keep your foot into it! Keep your foot into it! Let's do willpower. Finished second place here to Brandon Trano many seasons ago. Let's see if he can keep the pace up here.
39.2.
39.236, a 229.381. Keep your foot in it, buddy. I have faith in you. He's kind of feeling that car out down the backstretch a little bit. And I felt when this guy was behind me, all I could hear was the Jaws music. Dun, 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 dun. And I was just like, oh man. I always say to this day, that is the hardest 40 laps I have ever raced in any league race, any official race.
Oh no, man!
2-4-1.
You know what?
Yeah, I think he's injured. Yeah, I think he's injured.
He's no, it's.
Oh, the car! Oh no, an inside wall off of 2, and this is going to end the run for Nick DeGroot.
Remember, he helped me a lot when they won the race on the Lionheart and Charlotte to save the fuel. Every time when I coming in out behind to him, and yeah, I always say thank you to him. Big win that day, man.
You drafted off me for quite a while in that race too. You know that, right? I got pictures of us.
Really?
Yeah, I got pictures of us with you drafting.
I don't know. I used all the drop again to save the fuel. And very funny because even Craig Forster said, "No, this guy don't want to win like that." I won for 10 seconds, and all the cameras went to all of this battle to the second place, and me just tried to leave me away because it was really miracle.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you so much.
I had a horrible race that way. I think it was a pack race, and I think a bunch of us started from the pits, and it just never panned out to be a pack race with a bunch of wrecks. And yeah, then it turned into a fuel save race because there were no wrecks, and yeah, it was a bad starting choice for me. Anyways, car handled great the entire race, just couldn't race with anybody. Jared Rexing. He has a win here in the Elite Racing League. I believe at Pocono, it would be a 500-mile race. So he does have a 500-mile win to his credit. Jared Rexing in the series has 83 career starts, 1 win, 16 top 5s, and 27 top 10s. Go ahead.
On Rexing on 37, I think. Let's see the second lap he did.
827.
8.
So it's a 232 flat, a 231.7. I don't. This is a guy that has normally a lot of pace, and he's got some good teammates, and maybe just not his day in the next quick car here.
What is it? Oh my God! He went from 5th to 19 down. I think could be good note for the for the organization, maybe just drop the yellow flag for the guy make the second. I know it's like I want to finish my laps.
Yeah.
But when you see in the standing and you went down to, well, now it's changed it. What is it? I don't see him actually. And 13 actually, it's like well, we can finish the thing, but it's nothing gonna change it. But it's okay actually.
Yeah, check in, get the lap, make an official run, because you can't make the race unless you check in with an official run. So he has now checked in with an official run, but just not the pace that he was looking for. Kind of surprising for Jared, rather. But it's a 231.7 four-lap average, and you're right, it's about 13 fastest here of the last row shootout. And is there any other cars presented right now?
No more.
What's that?
That's it. No more.
That is it. So
yes.
That is going to conclude the last row shootout. We will take a quick couple of words here from our sponsors. We will start the Fast 12 here. And we need to get some sponsors in here real quick. And we'll give you an update here on who is in the race here in the last row shootout as it is now concluded. Don't go to where? We'll be right back.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
Right now at Tom Bolin Ford, we're offering X-Plan pricing for everyone. Yes, you heard me right, everyone. That means every customer can take advantage of special pricing normally reserved for employees of Ford partner companies. And all you have to do is walk through the door at Tom Bolin Ford. And it gets even better. Also receive a Bolin lifetime powertrain warranty, giving you long-term confidence for the miles ahead. Unbeatable pricing, lifetime protection, and a huge selection waiting for you right now. Only at Tom Bolin Ford in Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
And we're back. Clindy on the racetrack right now. Fast 12 attempt for one of the best here in the entire community at this racetrack. let's get you to some time and speed reports here. Lap 1 for Clindy, a 2:33 flat, then a 2:32.5. So where he's on lap 3 here in his attempt. Remember, Clindy last May in the fixed 500s won 2 top splits. Finished one of 2 drivers to finish every single lap. The races that he didn't win, one was won by his teammate, the other one was won by, I think, Phil Krause. So, and on top of that, any race he didn't win or wasn't won by his teammate, he finished on the podium. So that's how dominant he was. And, of course, he parlayed that into a couple Indy wins. In the Velocity Online Racing IndyCar Championship. And also 756, sorry, on that third lap. And also in the Global IndyCar Challenge, he won their Indianapolis race. So he is a man that has a lot of experience, knows what he's doing, very organized. 8:02 on the last lap. And so that completes the run, Fast 12 run for Clindy. And that is a 2:32.4 average. That is very fast, very fast. And that is setting the bar already high for these other racers.
Yeah, really fast, actually. To be honest, it's pretty impressed the timing Clendy did. And when the first guy put the bar very high, it is scary, actually, to be honest. I can tell you. It's like, my God, this guy did this time. My God, I have to do my best to make the second lap, my lap, better than him. So thinking about it, what is happening with Hunter Engrave when he attempted to the end.
Yeah, Hunter Engrave is his teammate. So any information, and of course Hunter effectively went qualifying about 6 hours ago. So he's been sitting around. A lot of these drivers have been sitting around for a while. We're talking hours now they've been watching all this to get this second attempt. So a lot of pent up, just angst waiting for their attempt. Hunter Smith, defending winner from a season ago. First win ever, much in the way of Buddy Lazier, Ari Lyondike, Buddy Rice, getting their first ever win at the Brickyard. And in fact, the last 2 winners here of this race, going back to both the fall and the spring races of last year, first-time wins in the series. So, that's the latest trend is you don't have to start up front, Lewis, and you don't have to have a lot of experience or at least a lot of wins under your belt. Just, have a good car and be a good racer and be in the right place at the right time. And that's exactly where Hunter Smith was a season ago. I mean, he just got out in front. And that last caution came out, and that locked the field, and he came around and won it under caution. And there's no shame under winning an Indy 500 under caution. Believe me, there's none. Rick Mears won one of his under caution, and Dario Franchitti won all 3 of his under caution.
Actually, no. Actually, look, you said win or win is a win. Whatever, how you win, you win. Whatever. It's a really repeated win. But he won in the caution, and it is what it is. And for example, even with we're still talking about Adriano Pinheiro. He leading the race for a while, and then he lose the race because he pushed too much fast, or Chad in the last lap make the pass, and he won the race by nothing. So. It is what it is, and to be honest, that's the good thing about Indianapolis is really make us surprise. My God, Chris, Ryan Schultz almost clipped the wall again close to the front fourth. And like I said, that's a good. So that's going close to the wall.
He is getting it out there.
Told me.
He is letting it hang out.
Really Jeez. And I forgot what I said, but yeah, that's a surprise about Indianapolis. You don't count that who's gonna win. We count it always in the normal season. But when it's coming in Indianapolis, it's a mystery who's gonna win, like has happened last season with Hunter Smith.
Ryan Schold putting in his laps here. And he is one of the admins of the PRI Hoosier 500. So he had a very successful race in December that he was watching.
Very fast in the
Yeah, go ahead. Clindy, very fast. Very fast. Clindy was the fastest on that first lap, where you're right. So once again, everybody, if you're just joining us, this is ERN's coverage of the Elite Racing League's P1 IndyCar Championship. And if you respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. While you're at it, don't forget to smash like, click the bell so you miss out on future ERN broadcasts. This is round 3 now of qualifying. Remember, round 1 locks in positions 13 through 30. From there, we moved on to the last row shootout that decides position 31, 32, and 33, which we have not talked about yet. Then the fastest 12 return for the fast 12, which we are seeing right now, setting position 7 through 12 and advancing 6 drivers to the final round. Finally, the fast 6 will decide the 2 front rows and crown the pole sitter and lock the field for the 16th running of the Lucas Oil School of Racing Indianapolis 500-mile race. Winner of this race gets a $5,000 class, basically 2-day class with the Lucas Oil School of Racing. So you actually get to take what you learned here on the virtual race course and apply it on the real race course behind a wheel of a real race car.
That's pretty cool. Oh, identical lap, Brian Schultz for the second and third. Identical. 38.691.
Yeah, you do not see that very often. In fact, there used to be an award that went out to drivers that completed the most consistent qualifying run over 4 laps. I don't know if it still exists out there, but he would be in the running for it in real world. And he comes home again here in a 38.722. Speed of 232.4. And his run, he is now on the provisional pole with a 232.620, Lewis.
Yeah, I check in the laps on Clendy. He just made the fastest lap in the first lap, and then he went down to 7.6, and to 8. That's to make it the third time on Clendy. But the consistency of the Ryan, he did the little bit low fast, and then he went faster, and then little bit slow. Make it actually, it's a consistent to be in that. It's not really like a big difference between the first lap to the second lap. It's just 110 even in different these two. And Clendy was in between the first lap to the second. It was almost 210 slow.
Trost checking in chat says, am I the only one in the Fast 12 that didn't go in the first? Yeah, you are. You went very late. So you did you and I believe Jesper are among the two that put your cars in the Fast 12 that didn't go very early under favorable conditions. So the Giga Chad drivers out there putting in the Giga Chad laps when it really counts, even when the conditions don't call for it. Well, we're watching a bona fide pole sitter here in this race. He started from the pole a season ago from this race, and he goes faster on lap 2. 2:32.5 on lap 2, a 2:32.4 on lap 1. For our pole sitter a season ago, Chris Albrecht, still looking for that breakthrough win, but he did win here in the Dark Horse Racing Series, in their DW12 Series. He won here at Indianapolis. So he does have, and in fact, he won in that week leading up to his pole run here at Indianapolis in the Elite Racing League's fall race a season ago. So he does have the pedigree, just needs to put together a good race. And in fact, he was in the running for the race, Lewis, until very late when he got caught up in an incident in last season's 500.
Yeah, that's true. I'm really surprised about the pole he did last season. I thought he was gonna get it, and then in the last lap he did something we didn't expect. I got surprised.
He
got the pole.
He beat Jordan Owens by 1/1000th of a mile of an hour over a 4-lap 10-mile run.
Jeez, so many numbers, man. But we're really close.
Wow, what a remarkably consistent run. A 7.25, a 7.06, a 7.19, and a 7.01. It's not going to be the fastest one. Schold is currently sitting on the provisional pole right now, and that will get him to the fast 6, a 232.4 for Albrecht.
Do you think he can get the warp because he make the consistent lap? That's really consistent. All of them
I
is
think
by
I
7.
think Albrecht has a shot provided he can get to the fast 6. You know, all you have to do in this round is really just get fast enough to get to the fast 6. That gets you into the pole. I mean, a pole run here does nothing. Like Schold, if he doesn't go 232.6 or equal that in the next run, I mean, this run basically just advances him next. And if he doesn't get the pole in the next run, I mean, that's all he was. It's just this is a run that advances him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is basically some people maybe just are smart enough to go. And I'm not saying that any of the drivers are dumb enough to do anything. I'm just saying maybe someone out there just like, look, I just need to put in race laps in this pace to make this time, and that gets me to the fast 6. And then in the fast 6, I will put everything on the line and smack the wall every time I exit turn 2 or turn 4, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Wagner very fast, 38.623, and the second lap is 38.686.
Yeah, he goes a 233 flat for his first lap, a 232.6, excuse me, for lap number 2 with a 2-lap average of 232.8. This is a guy that's kind of, the season has not unfolded the way he's wanted it to unfold, and he has a ton of experience and has come close to winning so many championships. He's won many races. In fact, he won the opener at Motegi, but the rest of this season for him has been nothing but he probably wants to forget it for the most part.
Yeah, sure. You want to forget it. Nice lap for the third lap. Really, it's no big difference. Actually, it's 1/10, to be honest, in between the lap first and third. Normally, you see it's going down to the hill for 2/10 different between one to the other lap, but it's still in the gap to make a good lap and maybe take the first place on to qualifying for the fast 6. Sorry.
Coming home for the checkered flag for Matty Wags.
Nice.
38.724.
Oh, it's almost identical to the Ryan Schultz.
But I believe it's faster than Ryan Schold, so this puts him on the provisional pole. Schold is a 232.620, and Wags is a 232.638. So Wags on the provisional pole, I believe.
Yeah, in numbers, average time, he did 38.686, and Ryan Schultz did 38.689. So it was just for 3,000. Sorry, I talked about times because I told you one day, and in our country we don't talk about speed, we talk about time. And when I watch in the Indy Racing League, they talk about time, never talking about speed. I start to learn about the speed when I came here and watching, well, there, but I still talking about time and never talking about the speed. Oh, this is the time. I said, okay, 39 point something. Oh, that's fast. But they never talking about the speed.
The first lap is not checking in for Frankenfield. I see a black flag for him in the sim. I'm going to have to rely on...
I think he just... Oh, no. Chad, I think you have a black flag. He got the...
They're not registering time. I don't know.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Chad, you should be starting again. Let me...
I don't know if he can start again. I don't know what the rules... We are not getting times. There is a black flag for Chad Frankenfield in the sim. So times are not being recorded right now.
no time. So give it to
yeah.
give it to the black flag. Give it something.
While we're letting this run out, we have not talked about the last row. Mason Mitchum, Indy Kirkenbauer, Ricky Paz. So 3 cars from the Votive stable make the last row. So Votive locks out the last row. I mean, that's good in one sense. They have a lot of strategy they can execute now in this race. They could just work together in the back there and try to move up front.
You know what? They should be tell him. Because I have the admin, just I mentioned that. But unfortunately, they should be tell him to, you know what, you should be stopped and restart it again. So don't have.
Yeah, I have no times for him, and I don't know if he will get a chance to run again. And if somebody doesn't, if another team or driver doesn't like, I don't even know if that's. Oh man, I don't even want to. I don't even want to talk about what can happen here. But let's talk about on the racetrack now. Brian Blauman, a guy that has had a lot of experience, not a lot of experience, but a lot of success this season in qualifying, multiple pole positions, not only on road courses but also on ovals. And he is looking to make his entry into the Fast 6. But first, he needs to get through the Fast 12.
Oh, you know what? When I tried to going back to see the replay on chat, and the camera is locked out, so they cannot show me his laps when he started when the pit road. So I think it's something happened between when he exit to the pit road. To be honest. It's a blinking or something, or maybe
I see in the log where he got the black flag, but I don't.
It could be, you know what? It could be a connection problem, and to be honest, it's not when you go to replay to check the moment he exit to the pit road. My camera is frozen, so I cannot see nothing. So I assume it is DC by internet or something like that, and make all these issues to him.
Craig Forsyth says, well, someone's starting 12th. Well, and that actually might be Jesper Dahlgren, the former Jesper Ormond. He made the Fast 12, but because of where he is in the world over in Europe, is just unable to make the late hour here. We are coming up to 10:30 p.m. Eastern time, so I'm not sure where it would be in his neck of the woods, but I would imagine it's probably 3-4 o'clock in the morning, you think?
I think it's 7. I think it's 2 in the morning, something like that. Yeah, that's what sometimes told me Pablo about I cannot run it anymore because it's too late. It's 2 in the morning in Europe.
Yeah, it is definitely late. Forget what town he lives in. Here's Brian Blauman, though. It's not late where he is. And he is going to wrap up his run.
By the way, the weather on the track, 88 degrees.
There you go, 88 degrees. So just better and better conditions for everybody. And Blauman, 232.5. Not faster than Schuld, though, but in the top 6 right now.
I assuming, because we are 4 to go, including now Stross in the track. I assuming is Schuld and Wagner locked for the 6th, because we have 6 people minus 4, so it's 2 people can qualify now. So I think it's locked out for Wagner and Ryan Schultz so far
right.
for now.
So, yes. So, right now, if I do a refresh on the Fast 12, hopefully that updates for me. Wags on the provisional pole as Trost turns in his first lap. Trost, fastest lap of the day, 233.4 miles an hour.
That is 38.553. And it's talking about Clendy. He did the fastest lap in the first round for him. He did 6,800 of a second.
.233 on that first lap. Fastest lap of the day. Now, it doesn't mean he's on the pole. You got to do 4 laps. It makes you wonder what maybe what Hunter Ingrave has left. And I was talking with Hunter before the race, or after his qualifying, and he says he wasn't happy with his last lap. So maybe he's done some offline testing, left the session, come back in. But Brendan Trost now a 2-lap average, 233.112. Here comes the third lap. .38719, 232.4, 3-lap average of 232.889, on pace to make the top 6.
His same problem with Clendy is like he went faster for the first lap, and then he went low and lower and lower. Now it's at 210s, almost 210 between the first and the second lap, and the third lap, sorry.
Trost is done with his run, and a very consistent fourth lap. We've seen this a lot, a 38.713 versus a 719, so he went slightly faster in lap number 4, 232.7, and he is on the top right now, provisionally.
So
and now Alexis Newsom.
Yes, it's in the track. I talked with Chad, and Chad said my average time was 232.692 miles per hour. So basically, if we put the time in, because now it's out to the top 6 because the incident with the black flag, it could be him be in the top 4. But unfortunately for him, it's.
I'm not sure how the stewards will rule on that. I'm just going off what we have for times and speeds. And Alexis Newsom finally broke through and got the win. And it was a 500-mile win at that, at Fontana. Is our last 500-mile race winner in the series. She has won here at this track, in this car, in the highest of series competition. Back when Lionheart ran, that was that was one of these series, right? And they ran, big broadcasted races, big money races. She ran and won a 500-mile race here at the Brickyard. And did it on one stop less than everyone else, just because she just hung out between first and second, who swapped the lead back and forth all day long. And then when it came time to everyone make that last pit stop, she still had fuel and brought home a big W. Also the Speedway Series champion as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's going to. She become the first Speedway champion with the DW12. She became, sorry.
That was the Lionheart Series. The one of the admins of that now is doing the Sim Gaming Expo. big sponsors of several events on the channel and in the community. Here comes Alexis Newsome. Final lap in for the I-5G driver. 38.724.
She is second.
Second, only behind Trost. 232.722 versus Trost 232.787.
Yeah, this means Chris Albrecht is and actually Albrecht, Clendy, and they're out to the fastest six. So Brian Bloman is in the bubble.
Tyler Fode, your points leader, and looking to make more points. Guaranteed at least 1 point coming out of this session to extend his point lead. It is now 14 back to Daniel Falkingham. Here are the points coming in today. Now it is 15. He will get at least 1 point out of this. But he needs to put in an official run here to get that point. Chris checking in chat. Chris Albrecht sat on the pole here before. Missed up my lap 1 pretty big, and that will keep me out of the fast 6. Good job, everybody. But it gets him into the fast 12, and that's still, if you think about his last 3 races here, I don't think Albrecht has ever not qualified in the fast 12.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what he did last time, very impressed, to be honest. And qualifying the fastest 12, this is still impressed, actually. And the race is long. So you just need to think about it, the strategy, be with your teammate and try to somebody help to the calculation.
He has he's teammates with Matty Wags on that Track Rocket team, so they're gonna have he's gonna have a car he could follow in the fast 6. 38.701 for lap 3 for Tyler Fode. That is a 2-lap average. First lap was a 2:33 flat. Second lap was a 2:32.5. He has a 2-lap average at a 2:32.7. Right now, he needs to really put in some good laps, so he might be on the bubble for making the fast 12. We'll see, or fast 6 now. We'll see what the fall off is here, if he's just pacing himself. 38.746 for lap 3. White flag is out for our points leader, looking for his first championship here in the series after finishing on the podium many, many times. Lap 3, 232.2. 3-lap average, 232.6. He could be right around pace of Blauman.
No.
Yeah, he's in 4th spot provisionally until he puts his time in, and then we will see where he checks in for the full 10-mile run. .726. 232.4 on that last lap. 232.726. 238. Excuse me. 38.726. Someone can clip that soundbite. 38.726 for a 232.402 for a 232.569. And actually, he does come through in those last 2 laps, and I think that might secure him a spot here in the final in the fast 6. But we got to see what our provisional pole sitter has been doing all day long. Hunter Ingrave, former winner in the series, sat on the pole at Long Beach, won at Road America a couple seasons ago in a Stewart awarded win, would like to win on the oval, and would he really love to get an Indy 500 pole to his resume. 38.609 lap 1.
So Hunter Smith they sent the bubble to out of for the fastest 6. Tyler Fode is on the 6 now. He was a 5, and for sure Tyler Fode is gonna award, but now 6 points if he's would be on the fastest 6.
Now he'll get more than 6 points. I think the least he will do is Yeah. It's 12. It's 12 for first, 11 for second, 10 for third. So it'll be 9, 8, 7. He'll get 7. 7. If he makes a fast 6, the least he can do is 7.
7?
According to my math. I could be wrong. Hunter Ingrave out here turning laps. He put in a 2:33.1 for lap 1 to 2. 30. Let's see, a 6:45 for lap 2. Yeah, I thought so. 2:32.8 for lap 2. Coming to lap 3, white flag out for the guy that's been basically on the pole, provisional pole all day long. A 7:06. 2:32.5. A 2:32.8. Provisional pole is a 2:32.7. Brendan Trost. Off the corner, the road course veteran. The ace on the road courses, does very well. Learning, getting the craft better on the ovals all the time. 38.719. If I could type, it would be very helpful. A 2:34.4 for a 4-lap average of 2:32.740. And that is not better than Trost. Trost will now go into the fast 6 as your provisional pole sitter. And now it's time to shoot it out.
The speed of the Randall Trost is really, really fast. So he did a 0.787 Trost, and Hunter and Gray did 0.740. And then they have another cut with Alexis Newsom with 0.722 miles per hour. So crazy.
Okay, so that locks in positions now 7 through 12. So now positions 7 through 33 are locked in. So now we are just deciding positions 1 through 6. This is the final round of qualifying. And I want to talk about this today. I have not got a chance to talk about this, but I want to thank everybody for joining us. And I want to thank F5 for being today's sponsor. They have been a sponsor of so many races all over the season. They'll be sponsors for races next season. I want to thank them again for being a sponsor of qualifying day. Of course, their car started on a pole a season ago. And they'll start in the Fast 12 here again, or among the Fast 12. But I want to thank them for being a part of qualifying day. So today, and again, I want to remind everybody that F5 Challenge is a nonprofit organization that enriches lives. I have to find my ad read here. Enriches lives through face-to-face fellowship and exciting adventure challenges in a faith-driven environment. Their mission is built on the 5 F's: faith, fellowship, fortitude, fitness, and fun. With Fody on the racetrack, actually, so 6 F's out there. But F5 Challenge inspires people to lead active, connected, and purpose-filled lives. To learn more, to get involved, visit their website, follow them on social media. All the links you need are in the description. I want to thank them for being a big part of the league and of qualifying today here at the Brickyard. Tyler Fody, your points leader on the racetrack, looking to pad his points lead even more.
You may need this for sure. Yep, there is.
Tyler Fody putting lap 1 in for his final run of the day. After all this is where we finally decide poles. It takes him 30 miles just to decide. Tyler Fody actually gets his best lap of the day right there to start this thing off. A 2:33.1 for lap 1 for Tyler Fody coming at you down the backstretch.
That's really fast, even faster than he did in the first attempt.
Oh, the back of the car got a little happy. almost kind of reached out and gave the turn 2 short shoot wall, the north end short shoot wall between turns 3 and 4, a little bit of a kiss.
Yeah, you don't want to have the same experience Nick Groot had, and put him out to the basically race. So Tyler 41 points, and that is the best scenario for him to make points and separate between Fockingham and Ethan Stanley.
Definitely adjust his tools that time going through turns 3 and 4, especially turn 3 on the exit. Speed was a little down on lap 2, a 38.706, so speed of 232.5 coming to the white flag this time by for his final run here for the pole for the next week's Indy 500, 38.727. 232.3. And now he's more than halfway done. In fact, he's only got 2 turns left. And at this point, he's got to be thinking, thank God it's over. I mean, we're going to get at least 7 points out of this. Thank God it's over. My lead goes from 14 now to maybe 21, which is about a half a race lead. $38.733, and he is done. Ryan Schultz on the racetrack, and I know that this guy has put a lot of work in his racecraft here lately. A lot of work on the road course. Has been paying off, been doing well in the points. Is building up toward podiums, and you know what they say about building up toward podiums. Podiums lead the wins. You start getting those wins, then they lead the championships. So he is working on getting that consistency. But looking to now get a top 6 start. Oh, off at 4. Hello.
It's like you're thinking you have all the space, and then you realize that the wall's getting...
You don't have any space, right? Lap 1, a 38.619, a 233 flat. And that opening lap is not going to keep him on pace to go better than Fody right now. But that's why we have a 4-lap average.
My God, the exit on turn 4, it is really close, but also it's a lot of momentum over there. More close to the wall, better speed you have.
So what Mario Andretti used to do, just unwind that wheel a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Free the car up, a little bit more speed, a little bit more speed. The less you're turning the wheel, less speed you scrub off. Lap 2, 38.675 to 32.708. 2-lap average, 232.877. Already through lap 3. White flag is out. This time by look at the shadows on the front stretch at 38.706. 232.5. Down the backstretch last time for Ryan Schultz. Next time he sees this backstretch, he's going to be locked in this field. Down through 3 and 4 to the white line. Now through 4 down to the white line. Cleared through 4, checkered flag out last time for the admin of the PRI Hoosier 500. What does he check in as? 713, 232.4, 4-lap average at 232.689. And that at least puts him as the 5th fastest starter.
For now, the pole position for him.
Provisional pole for Ryan Schold, but here comes Matty Wags, who has been fast all throughout practice. Now, not a lot of drivers participate in practice. It's not like you see practice for the Real Indy 500 where there's a lot of drivers out here doing lap after lap, working on qual, looking on race setup. Not a lot of drivers just kind of showed up today. They just do their private sessions, but showed up. He showed up in a lot of those practice sessions and was among the fastest of those practice sessions. So while we're watching Wags here do his laps, the positions 7 through 12 are going to be Hunter Smith, Brian Blauman, Chris Albrecht, then Clindy, Jesper Dahlgren, and Chad Frankenfeld. That will be set positions 7 through 12.
They should be given to 11 to Chad, but I don't know why they give it to Jasper. For sure, they're going to fix it.
They could always unofficial results, folks. Unofficial results. Just like the old brickyard, the brickyard of old times. Unofficial results. You got to wait for the morning after for your USAC to pin them, to pin the scoring sheets to the scoring office there. And that's how you find out.
How? Let me make the question.
Okay.
How long take? What is the longest result take in a race? You know, a couple days.
To my knowledge, it's 1981, and we'll talk about this here in just a second. A 38.719 for Wags, 3-lap average of 2:32.743. 1981. Of course, all the 500s, I think even today, are still unofficial. They still have the race has to be certified by the sanctioning body. Here comes Wags to take the checkered flag. And at the time, in the early 80s, they still electrical scoring was coming in, but not a thing. So they still had a lot of people that were timekeepers that would watch each team and everything, keep track of each team's time, and then they would kind of combine notes at the end of the race, and then they would. That's how the final results would come out. It was a penalty was given. Remember, the penalties were given to Ericsson and who else got a penalty? Ericsson and Kirkwood. I think Kirkwood got a penalty at the end of the 500 this year, and they were put at the end of the lead lap, and so they finished like second, and then the race, the P2 was awarded to Malukas, right? The same thing happened in 1981 when Bobby Unser was penalized the lap, and the win was given to Mario Andretti the morning after, and Mario Andretti held that win until a court case was decided in October of that year. And I think Penske took the win away from Mario Andretti. But Mario went through the whole process of getting his picture taken with the trophy and everything, and then later to have it taken away. So when you talk about the Indy curse, Mario's had it pretty bad. He's literally had the win given to him and also taken away.
That sucks.
Lap 1 in the books for Alexis Newsom. 2:33 flat for Alexis.
You know why it must suck? So you have the trophy in your home and then you take it off. Or they give you the milk and you take it off. You have to return it. All right.
Well, you can't return the milk. You can't return the milk,
Shit, the money is more important.
And because of that, really, Bobby Unser retired. He got so much flack from it. And Bobby Unser to this day says, hey, I did nothing wrong. And that's, everyone should watch that race and find out on their own who did what wrong and who did what right. Because Mario Andretti kind of started the copy. He saw what Bobby Unser was doing. He passed a bunch of cars coming out of the pits, and he passed a bunch of cars before getting to the blend line, or after the blend line. I forget exactly what it was, but Bobby did it, and then Mario started to do it, and he's like, I'll get in line. And then eventually it led to a late restart, and Bobby just never looked back at that point. I mean, he had the best car all month anyways, but he never looked back and ended up getting the win, but it was a very tainted win for his third win, and it's one win that, literally the record book said Mario Andretti had his second Indy 500 win for about June, July, August, September, October, about 5 or 6 months.
Oh.
Lap 3, and this is going to conclude the run for Alexis Newsom. At the line for Team I5G, and boy, does this team really love Indianapolis.
The timing she did. The first 3 laps in 0.6, and the last one in 0.710.
There you go. You see right there on the screen, at the bottom, her 4 laps. If I can circle them, if I have it. Yeah, look how consistency these 4 laps are. 614, 648, 664, 710. That's consistency right there.
Hunter Engrave, what is? It's not Hunter Engrave on the track. Hunter is not on the track. I think Hunter's gonna lose.
Well,
he got black flag, he said.
So what do we got going on here? Is that going to be the final run then? Because if it is, without a lot of drama, the pole run is we still got the Brendan Trost still to get this here.
Yeah. So Hunter Gray said that I got a speeding for black flag for speeding. So unfortunately for him, he's now he said I'm on my way, but unfortunately they already make the decision to put Brandon Trost out, and Hunter Gray is gonna lose the chance to take the lap. Sorry.
So Hunter Ingrave will now start 6th because of that, and so we've had, not a lot of some drivers had some bad luck here in the Fast 12. I mean, sitting around all day and just the bad luck for Chad and bad luck now for Hunter. But now Brandon Trost is going to put the last run of the day. This is for the pole of the 16th running of the Lucas Oil School of Racing Indianapolis 500. Pole attempt getting ready to start right now. Brandon Trost, over 1,000 wins officially in iRacing competition, in official races. He's been doing this since 2013, I believe. Provisionally, the pole is Alexis Newsom at a 232.8. 232.805, I believe. That is the mark. Is that the mark that you see as well? Yeah.
Yes.
Through 232.805 is the mark. Trost needs to be faster than that. Lap 1. Check it in right now.
Wow.
38.559, a 233.4. That is 0.4 of a mile per hour faster than Alexis Newsom's first lap. But Alexis Newsom was consistent over her 4 laps. Can Trost hang on and get this pole position over the next 3 laps and still be consistent and still have tires left? We're going to see how he's going to get at the end of this run, at the end of this lap right here. Time will tell us what is lap 2 going to bring. 38.649, 232.865. That is a big fall off. A 3-lap average.
10.
Yes, it is a 3-lap average, a 2-lap average of 233.136. Alexis's lap 2 was a 232.871. This is a 232.865. Half the lap is over already. In turns 3 and 4, white flag is out for this pole run. Let's see the timing and scoring report. 692. 38.692, a speed of 232.606. 3-lap average, 232.959. It's a tenth of a mile per hour faster than Alexis Newsom after 3 laps. Can he put this 4th lap home and bring home the pole for the independent driver and the driver that has well over 1,000 wins in iRacing competition, one of the winningest all-time drivers on the sim, coming to the checkered flag. Checkered is out to close qualifications. He does it. He does it. He gets the pole. Lap 3 at 38.716 at 232.4 with a 4-lap average of 232.835, and he is your pole sitter for the 16th running of the Lucas Oil School of Racing Indy 500.
To be honest, very impressed the way he started. Okay, I hear some information on my
I think they're asking the top 3 to come out on the racetrack so they can line up on the start-finish line, I think.
And no, I have they told me something about only the poleman, but it's about your decision if you want to interview all 3.
Well, we can interview all 3. We got time. It's 11 o'clock, but
but yeah, very impressed. To be honest, the way Brandon just go for everything on the first lap, and then he start to fall out. And, you know what?
They all got DQ'd for going the wrong way on the racetrack.
Oh my gosh! All of them?
Oh.
They'll go just the normal way.
Yeah, they might have to go the normal way. All right.
Yeah,
so do we have we have do we have a provisional field here at all that we can show everybody? I don't think we do.
Don't think no.
Because I'm still refreshing, and I still see people that are in the field that aren't in the field. Okay.
No, it's just you have to go by by the sheet. I just said, oh, this is this, and then fastest 12, and yeah.
Okay.
Down.
So while we watch we'll get you the.
So I can give you this. I really give you the 6, the 12. And then
Yeah, let's do this. So the top 6 is going to be Brendan Trust, row 1, Alexis Newsom, and Ryan Schull. That's your front row. And then row 2, we got Matty Wags, Tyler Fode, Hunter Ingrave. And then we move to row 3 is Hunter Smith, Brian Blauman, Chris Albrecht. Row 4, Clindy, Jesper Dahlgren, and Chad Frankenfeld. And then we go position 13, 14, and 15. That's Justin Vandermold, Daniel Falkingham, Ethan Stanley. 16th, 17th, and 18th, Tristan Fortson, Richie Hurd, Logan Spath. 19th, 20th, and 21st, Seb Alexander, Craig Forsyth, and R.C. Anderson. 22nd, 23rd, 24th, this is A.J. Hobson, Anna Klemick, and Victor Aldrich. 25th, 26th, 27th, Jordan Decker, Trey Holmes, Harrison Talon. 28th, 29th, and 30th is Colin Heil, Cale Pocock, and Nige Camargo. And then your last row shootout survivors, Mason Mitchum, Indy Kirkenbauer, and Ricky Paz will round out the remainder of this field. Before we get into the interview room, I do want to thank Blue Egg Marketing, Worldwide Technology Raceway, Lucas Oil School of Racing, Tom Bolin Ford. I want to thank all these sponsors for sticking with the league and being part of us with this qualification coverage. We'll talk about them more in the outro, but I want to thank them for their sponsorship. Also, everything you need to know about each one of these sponsors, links are in the description. Check them out. Go to their websites, subscribe to their socials, be a part of them. Thank them for being a part of us. Also want to thank P1 Broadcasting. Of course, that's us. And we are the proud sponsors of the Elite Racing League IndyCar Championship. And you can check us out. All of our links are on Linktree. And all the links are in the description. And again, I want to thank the F5 Challenge for sponsoring today's qualification day. Their mission is built on the 5 F's: faith, fellowship, fitness, fortitude, and fun. F5 Challenge inspires people to lead active, connected, and purpose-filled lives. Learn more to get involved by visiting their website and follow them on their social media. All the links you need are in the description. Okay. So who do we have first that we're going to talk to? It's going to be Ryan.
Ross.
No, we're going to talk to Alexis Newsom first. She was third fastest, so we will bring her up in just a second.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And let's get into the interview room here and bring in, I don't see Alexis. She's welcome to join. You can flag her down if you want to. I don't know if she's available. Let's see.
Right.
Let's get.
Oh, yes, jeez.
And these guys got on the front row. I'm sure that they would love to talk. They earned it. All right. We do have someone waiting for us in the interview room. We will bring up Brendan Trost here. Probably the way they do things here, it's hard to do a replay, and so I'm trying to do a replay right now of this, and it's not very easy to do. So let's bring in Brendan.
She's coming now.
Okay.
Actually, it said, "Oh yeah." I should be sure. Didn't realize she said so. Should be coming in about second. But yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to. Can I find?
There is she.
Okay. I can bring in the laps that she did, and try getting. Come on. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Nah, this is not working. So what we're doing, we're just going to go to the B-roll here, and unfortunately, just no real interview. We'll just have the graphic, but bring up Alexis Newsom. Joining us in the booth is Alexis Newsom, qualified third. Very long day. Talk about your day, waiting it out, getting that first early run in, and then sitting it out and just waiting for that next round to start. Long day.
Hey guys, yeah, it was a lot of waiting today, especially since we went in the first half of round one. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't very stressful until the end, of course. I was worried about even being top 12 because I didn't get to practice much, but that worked out. And yeah, when we got into the top 12 at the end, that was pretty stressful, I'll admit.
Well, I mean, now that you're by that, I mean, you are with Team I5G. I mean, no one knows what the letters mean. I5G stands for the Indy 500 group. That is your team's genesis. The bread and butter of that team is the Indy 500. You gotta feel pretty good, and also considering your past experience at other big-time Indy 500s. Specifically, we talked about your win in Lionheart. You gotta feel pretty good about your starting position and where, this racetrack and the whole organization that you have helping you behind you going into the race next week. You got to feel pretty good.
Oh yeah, of course. Indy and the Indy 500 is one of my best races, I would say. I've done so many of them at this point. There's been a lot of them that have gone wrong, but most of them have gone well. And hopefully this will be one that goes well.
Yeah, you probably want that Hoosier 500 one back. But let's talk about that. I mean, that is kind of, I believe that might be your last full-length Indy 500 that you participated in the PRI Hoosier 500.
I think so, yeah.
That was open setup. Anything learned from that experience that you already are now prepared for this particular race? Because there haven't been really any league Indy 500s, in the community since then. So you're one of the few that ran that race that get to run this one. So you kind of got a leg up on everyone with that, with at least the live fire experience.
Yeah, and I didn't end up running in May. Oh wait, no, that was last December. Okay, I know time. Yeah, what I really want back from the Hoosier 500 and what I really want to correct going forward is not wrecking on pit road entry. Remembering to turn up the brake bias, because that was the problem last time, because the hybrid had just gotten introduced.
Yeah.
Threw off the balance, and yeah. And just got to remember to do that and not charge the entry that hard.
I know, old habits die hard sometimes, especially we know where.
Oh yeah, used to you could go right up there and stand up and it was fine.
Right, it's where do you find the time, right? And that's where everyone finds the time where no one else. That's where kind of other people kind of lag a little bit behind, is charging that entry. Well, I'll give you a chance for shout outs, any friends, family, sponsors, and then I'll let you go. It is late. It's 11:15 here. Eastern time, so I know it's late here on the East, so I'll just let you get at it and then get on out of here and then get ready, because we've got a big week ahead of us.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks to you guys. I like your podcast as always. Thanks to the league administration for putting this on. It's a really cool event. It's the first time I've gotten to do like a Fast 12 and Fast 6. That was neat. And thanks to everyone at I5G, of course. And I guess that's about it.
Well, that is Alexis Newsom joining us. She has qualified on the front row for the 16th running here with a speed of 232.805 miles per hour. And we'll have the number 3 starting spot. And a lot of winners from IndyCar history, of Indy 500 history, have come from that 3rd starting spot. And maybe she will join those ranks of drivers as well. We will see you in a week when we take the green flag. Until then, get a lot of rest.
Will do. See you guys then.
That is Alexis Newsom. Don't have Ryan Schold yet, but we do see Brandon Trost. We will bring in Brandon Trost right away. And here is our pole sitter for the 16th running of the Lucas Oil School of Racing Indianapolis 500-mile race. Brandon Trost, congratulations. Bit of a ringer, one-off race. You've been in the league before, but doing a one-off race here at Indianapolis and starting in the best way possible. on the pole position. Talk about the day. Again, the same thing, kind of really asked Alexis. It was a long day, a lot of waiting. For you, a little bit different because you're a one-off and not in the top, among the top leaders in points. You didn't have the best qualifying slot, but of the slot presented to you, you probably did the best job possible because you were like one of two drivers really in the middle of the afternoon that were able to put down a scorcher of a lap or a scorcher of a 4-lap average and to join the top 12 along with Jesper Dahlgren, who also did that, but everyone else just could never quite get any better than that. And that kind of sets you up in a really good position because you were fast, Brandon, with not so great conditions, only knowing that the conditions when you did get out there for the Fast 6 and the Fast 12 were only going to be better.
Yeah, definitely. I got close on the buzzer on that last run. I just, waited too long to try to get in there and luckily got the last spot. I thought for a second I was going to be racing for the last row. So luckily got that run in. And yeah, it was a fast run. The weather had cooled down at that point and the car was good. And then from there, I was on equal terms weather-wise with everyone else and had a shot.
I'm going to put a stat. We did not talk about this, Lewis, at all, but I'm going to put a stat here on the screen, and this is the qual stats. And there we see the last 4 pole sitters: Albrecht, Pinero, and Brophy. We had to go back to 2023 before we get our last winner from the pole. And as I mentioned in the intro, the last winner for the pole for the real Indy 500 was back in 2019. It used to be, Brandon, you've followed IndyCar history over time, that if you start on the pole of the Indy 500, ask Rick Mears, you normally win. Now anymore, with the parity of the cars and the drivers and everything going on, you could start anywhere in the lineup. And if you have yourself a good day, get some good strategy, get some good passes in there, get a good setup on the tools and everything, you could work your way up in the field, you could get a win. And for instance, the last two winners came from 14th and 28th respectively on the grid. So pole position doesn't necessarily guarantee a win, but it certainly gets you off on the right foot to start this race for sure.
Yeah, I'd rather be starting on the pole than 28th. I've done that before. It's not fun. And with getting the pole, the nice thing is you have a lot more strategy options. If you want to save fuel and you want to run slow, that's an option. If you want to go fast and hope there's cautions to make the fuel work, that's an option. Since I'm not full-time, I'm racing for the win. So whatever strategy I do pick, and I'm still not sure which, I'm going all out. I'm just trying to win. I'm not trying to finish 3rd or 6th or something like that. So I'm trying to lead whatever strategy I'm on.
Well, you're on the pole starting, a week from now. We'll be done with the race, actually. So we'll actually have a winner a week from now. But until then, you are on the pole. You are the number one guy. You were qualified on the pole at the speed of 232.835 miles per hour. We are considerably faster than where we were a year ago. 227, I think, was the pole. So we're 5 miles plus faster this time around. Congrats. Shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone you want to say hi to before we let you go. Let them rip, man. You definitely earned it.
I'll shout out everyone in the league. This was really nice. Been a lot of fun today. Not as a full-time member. I'm probably stinking up the show and stealing points, so apologize to everyone.
That's okay. The winner last year was an Indy-only entry as well, so it happens, and it's happened before in IndyCar history. I mean, you remember Castroneves got his 4th win as an Indy-only entry. Dan Weldon got his 2nd IndyCar win, or Indy 500 win, as an Indy-only entry. So it happens in real life, so why shouldn't it happen in the virtual world as well? So congratulations. We're looking forward to seeing you start the race here in about a week. Until then, get a lot of rest in, get a lot of practice, and we'll see you when we take the grid of 33, takes a flying start here and the turn 1 here in about a week.
Yeah, I haven't done any testing for race yet, so I got a week now to learn.
I trust that you have a lot of experience, that you'll know what to do. Brendan Trost, the pole sitter here for the 16th running of the Lucas Oil School of Racing Indianapolis 500-mile race. Congratulations.
Yep, have a good one, guys.
That is Brendan Trost. Let's bring in Ryan Schold now, who will be joining us. And here is Ryan Schold. He is on mute. We will unmute him. Or unless he unmutes us. He did unmute himself. Ryan, we talked during the week. You just basically said how excited you were for this, and you felt like that this might have been a good run for you. You did a lot of practice, did a lot of preparation, and it really paid off. You're going to be starting in the middle of the front row. The next best seat to start this race next to the guy that's sitting next to you, Brendan Trost, in the pole position. Congratulations. Talk about your day again. A long, long day of sitting around and waiting, but you had a great opportunity with the early run that you had, and you had good speed. You probably knew very early on that you had some pace to make this Fast 6 and Fast 12, so that made for a long day. You were sitting around watching and waiting.
Yeah, overall, definitely a long day, but we have a lot of fun as the Little Eagle stable. We pretty much sit in Discord from the time the session launches at 4:30 until we wrap up now and
make fun
just
of people,
watch and have a good time, do some testing.
Make fun of people.
I haven't gotten out of my chair until about 10 minutes ago, so have a lot of fun with it.
Good.
Test some things. We actually found something probably 2 hours ago doing some testing that helped our overall average. I don't think any of us really had anything for the other couple on the front row, but helped our average out and was able to squeak in P3. So we'll definitely take that.
Well, I mean, you guys are starting to have a bit of a tradition here in the Elite Racing League of starting on the front row. You had 2 cars starting on the front row last race we had, and of course, one of your cars won the race. The last, I think, 4 races we've had here, 2 have featured wins by your team. You got to be feeling a lot of momentum, positive momentum, everybody feeling positive momentum, even though it didn't really go Chad's way today. You got to feel like everybody is kind of all fighting in the same direction.
Yeah, we're definitely feeling like we're trending in a good direction. We got 4 in the top 13. We got Jordan Decker in the show, he bought the IndyCar on the system or on the server less than a year ago. So he's extremely new to this and got him in the show. So that was exciting. But yeah, we're all trending in a good direction. Obviously, Chad didn't pan out as he hoped, but we all know he's quick here in the race, and no secret Hunter is as well. For me, hoping I can put 500 good miles together next Thursday and see where it falls, and hopefully be there at the end.
Well, now's your shot here to get those shout-outs in, and then it's a long week of practice and waiting until and then we have to go through all the pomp and circumstance of race day even before the green flag, so just more waiting on top of that. I'm sure you'll be fine when the green flag falls. It will be for me, but I'm sure it will be for you as well. So there's a lot of waiting going on, but get those shout-outs in, those friends, family, sponsors, anyone you want to say hi to. You earned it. You're starting on the front row, next best place, next best seat in the house. Next to Brendan Trost, who will be starting from the pole.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to the team. Lots of fun the last week, kind of prepping for today. Obviously, I have a little more prep to do to get ready for next Thursday. So thank you to them, number one. Number two, Hoosier 500, obviously on the car. A lot of work to be done between now and December for Tanner, myself, you guys who are a part of it as well. But going to be another fun run there come the end of the year. And just you guys in general make this show go. And you guys do a really good job. Don't get the thanks you guys necessarily deserve all the time, and want to make sure you guys get some of that. So appreciate all you guys do. I know it was a long night for you guys as well, and hope you guys had some fun with it as the night went on.
We did our best. But thank you very much, Ryan. Congratulations, best of luck, and we'll see you in a week when we take the green flag for the 16th running.
Sounds good, guys. Have a good night.
Well, that's going to do it here. I mean, we had at one point quite a few of you watching. Thanks for joining us, everybody, sticking with us. We knew it's funny, Lewis. This is like our marathon stream. This is the longest one we do all season, even longer than the race itself. Considering the last time we were here in April and May for the month at the Speedway, it was a caution-free race. So we blinked twice, and all of a sudden the race was over because it went caution-free. But it's interesting for these guys. It was a lot of sprints today, right? But for us, broadcasting wise, it was a marathon. It's over. Thank you. But Brendan Trost getting the pole. best seat in the house. But we have not talked about, we normally have the Luis Gonzalez Nunez driver of the race. Well, who is your Luis Gonzalez Nunez qualifier of the race outside of those that, we really kind of expected to do well? So those kind of outside of the maybe the Fast 6 or the Fast 12, who's someone out there that you want to shout out that put in a good effort that deserves some attention?
I really made the decision. I didn't expect to have him. I already talked to him. I already told him you are, and he said my Indianapolis is not mine, and even in qualifying. So it's gonna be Matt Wagner on 4th place. Even me, I didn't expect to have him. I expect to be Ethan Stanley or Jasper or even Daniel Falkingham over there, or even R.C. Anderson in the lineup, or Anna Klemek there. But Matt Wagner with clinched the tops, the fastest 6, and then finished and started on the second road on the Indy 500 is gonna be the qualifier. What is the word? Qualifier of the day. But yeah, it's gonna be him.
You can call it whatever you want except the Memorial Award, I guess.
Yeah, it's so funny. Very sorry, I said something in Spanish, but yeah, it's really funny. It's really funny. To close in this, I think we're ready. We're very good to go, to be honest. I really finally we have a new poleman or pole sitter or whatever you want to mention to him. It's Brandon Trost. Finally, to be honest, he tried to last a couple seasons ago. He tried to be a full time and then he disappeared. He tried to attempt to come in and then didn't show up, or maybe he showed up and they have an incident. Alexis Newsom in the front row for sure. But you showed that the graphic we have since Robert Maleczka in 2023 winning by the pole, and 6 and 26B, they start to, Chris Albers was at the worst actually by incident when he finished on 24. But I think the strategy is save fuel, and I think Alexis Newsom is going to be the best example over here. You mentioned many times when it's happened in Lionheart, when she just did one stop less than the other ones, and she won the race by that. So take an example what Adriano Pinheiro did. He was leading the race for a while, and then he lost the race in 25A because he didn't save fuel, and he did one stop more than the other ones. Hey, we didn't know anyways. We didn't know by 100 to go he won't win the race.
Right.
He didn't actually.
Yeah.
And I think it's start to prepare. The practice starts for tomorrow for all these guys, and they must to prepare the setup. The setup is really difficult. I know elite makes setup not easy for nobody, and that's the good thing for all this stuff. So I hope we have a green flag race
to
be in a blink and proclaim a new Indy 500 champion. Indy 500 champion, actually, that's the word. Indy 500 champion signs Hunter Smith. So last season. So I can tell you the last thing. So this Tuesday.
Yes.
6:30 p.m. Eastern time on P1 Broadcasting. It's gonna be the 13th running on the F5 Challenge Freedom 100. So
and you're a former winner.
It is. I didn't expect to win, but I won. So I really, actually, I have to make a graphic, all the stuff for that. Actually, I make the graphic. It's really weird to write down my name over there. And, but yeah, I really finally won something in ERL, and really happy with that. But it's going to be 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. All these people in the lineup can be enjoy If you want to enjoy, just sign up. You have a description over there in the YouTube description to enjoy the Discord, and then you can find out the link for the sign up. So see you there 6:30 p.m. on P1 Broadcasting for the Freedom 100, and see you next week for the 16th running on the Indy 500.
Fair enough. Wow, the marathon is over.
Yeah.
That's it for tonight. Once again, your front row for the 16th running the Lucas Oil School of Racing Indianapolis 500-mile race. Brandon Trost on the pole, the speed of 2:32.787. Not Hunter Ingram. He's not second. Second is Ryan Schold. Is in the middle of the row 2 or row 1. God, I'm ready to get out of here. And Alexis Newsom is going to be on the outside of row 1, and that is your front row. It is Brandon Trost, Ryan Schold, and Alexis Newsom. They will have the best seats in the house come next Thursday at about 7:30 or so p.m. Eastern Time. Join us again next week when all the talking stops. We put 33 on the line to go racing for 200 laps, 500 miles in the 16th running the Lucas Oil School of Racing Indianapolis 500-mile race. Will we get a repeat winner who will join the likes of Henry Bennett or Robert Maleczka? Will Chad Frankenfeld win his second, or would someone new emerge to break through and get their first win like Hamilton Akabuizi did or Hunter Smith did? Coverage begins with a special start time of 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, that's 7:30 right here on ERN, and you can find everything right here at youtube.com. Just keyword search Elite Racing Network. Now, as you know, YouTube algorithm games, not an easy one, so please help support us with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know you thought of tonight's race. If you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders. So don't miss out more of ERN's other iRacing programming, including the Tanks.GG Truck Series. That is Sunday at 8:30. The Racecraft Grand National Series Mondays at 7:30. But if you have an itch for more IndyCar racing, then check out P1 Broadcasting Open Wheel Road Racing Monday Night Doubleheader with the official iRacing IndyCar Open Series running at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by the official Indy Next Road Series at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Racing, no matter how you like it, can be found right here on ERN over on P1. Tonight's qualifications from Indianapolis for the 16th running of the Lucas Oil School of Racing Indianapolis 500-mile race is proudly sponsored by F5 Challenge. This nonprofit organization enriches lives through face-to-face fellowship and exciting adventure challenges in a faith-driven environment. Their mission is built on the 5 F's: faith, fellowship, fitness, fortitude, and fun. F5 Challenge inspires people to lead active, connected, and purpose-filled lives. To learn more or to get involved, visit their website, follow them on social media. All the links you need are in the description. The Elite Racing League's IndyCar Championship naming rights are paid for by P1 Broadcasting. P1 is an esports broadcaster specializing in online sim racing and on the iRacing platform. P1 is a proud supporter of the Elite Racing League's IndyCar US 500 or Triple Crown Challenge. To learn more about P1 or request a quote for your iRacing League, check out their links, all the social media links. P1 can be found on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, and Linktree. You can find all the links you need in the description. I want to thank all of our special premier sponsors: Blue Egg Marketing, Worldwide Technology Raceway, Lucas Oil School of Racing, and Tom Bowling Ford. Don't spin your wheels. Accelerate success with Blue Egg. Truly small businesses that win big. Worldwide Technology Raceway is a premier motorsports facility located in Madison, Illinois, just minutes from downtown St. Louis and this iconic Gateway Arch. To learn more, visit their website and buy tickets for their upcoming IndyCar race later this year. The Lucas Oil School of Racing is dedicated to developing the next generation of open-wheel drivers through professional instruction, real race cars, and real on-track experience. Tom Bowling Ford is your trusted Ford dealership who offers extensive new and pre-owned inventory, as well as lease specials, finance options, and expert auto service. To learn more about these premier partners, all their links you need are in the description. For business inquiries and learn more about Elite Racing League, what we do, subscribe on YouTube, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram. So, for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, for everyone here at the Elite Racing Network and the Elite Racing League, I'm Gary Gatto saying to all, and P1, don't forget us at P1. I'm Gary Gatto saying all, good night. Thanks for watching, and all of our men and women serving the military and its first responders, especially those in the seas and the skies of the Middle East. Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Once again, congratulations to our front row and our field of 33 starters. Catch us again next week as we put 33 on the line to go racing for history, immortality, prestige, and the 16th running of the Lucas Oil School of Racing, Indianapolis 500-mile race. Good night, and we'll see you on race day.